fucking mellow out.
Back up my shit. Where should I meet you? Surround. I want to go talk to Craig.
The shit.
Your home got the Chronicles.
You get me, dude? Got my dive, dude? No, my feet hit the guy that was catching me. The guy catch you? Battery yet? Hurry up. Yeah, thanks, Billy. Had a great time. I'll have a concussion tomorrow, bro, but cheers. Holy shit.
That's bad.
Straight up. Well, wait. No, man, you know your wheels got tossed around. Yo, is that on? Is that on?
I have a new bit about this.
No. I'm amazed because this was so great. It was a great night, a lot of cool people. But the best part of the whole night was that Wheels was in the pit. And that's don't get no sicker than that. Wheels was in the pit. That's it.
Wheels, were you in the pit? I was there. The guy picked me up. I gave him $1 for picking me up. I said, I gotta give you fucking credit. I was fucking hitting and pushing every fucking thing. It was nuts. I had a good time. Biohazard was phenomenal. They were great. Yeah.
What have we become? United in hate. When did we become a divided state? Don't hate me because I'm not like you. Don't hate me, it's just a point of view. When did we become divided by hate?
Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. Yo, what's up? Who's excited about today's show? Seriously, I know I am. In the midst of a big hurricane out there, whatever. Yo, who cares? Let the world burn. We got Danny, Billy, and Bobby on the show today. It's Urban Discipline, 30th anniversary here on the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. Clank your chains and count your change. What's up, everybody from around the world? What's up? What's up? Mega excited. All right. Not just excited, but mega excited. Yeah, man. You building an ark? All right. Whoop, whoop. Joe Ackerman in Tallahassee, what's happening? Good to see everybody from around the world. Yes, this is going to be epic. I'm excited, man. These guys, I love these guys. I've had a history. I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for these guys. It's true. These guys put me on back in the day. I would not be here if it wasn't for these guys. So got a lot of stuff to talk about. It's going to be great. Let's be respectful today. Let's be respectful today. Evan Seinfeld is not coming on the show today. Let's be respectful. You know, I don't stand for that. So what's up in Moscow? My kind of town. What's happening in Moscow? There you go. All right. What's happening in Long Island? Moscow to Long Island and everywhere in between. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, and we are sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, the Texas Silver Rush, Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards, DTFM Vinyl Distro, Chacho's Tacos, Generation Records, and Organic Grill right here in New York City. Located in East Village in New York City at 123 First Avenue. Featured in New York Magazine, New York Times, and Veg News. Their dishes have won numerous awards, including Best Veggie Burger. They make their own cheeses, sausages, burger patties, and every dish on the menu could be made gluten-free for all you gluten-free motherfuckers. This year, or as John Joseph would say, you gluten-free motherfuckers. This year, they're celebrating the 21st anniversary, and they're all about having a great time while enjoying amazing clean food. They have now fully reopened for business and look forward to seeing you. Get in touch with them and order some great food at www.theorganicgrill.com. Also, while we're here, DTFM Vinyl Distro. It's a record store It's a record store that specializes in underground music, punk, ska, hardcore metal, and more. Located in the heart of Fargo, North Dakota's industrial district. Shop in person or online at www.dtfmvinyldistro.com, where the motto is Death to False Metal. Before we move on, want to mention, where's the next shows? Where's all that? Hold on. Hold your horses. What's your rush? It's going to be a long show. Hold on. Where the hell is that? I do not see it. That's not good. All right. Stranger things have happened. We'll find it. In the meantime, let's bring on the hardcore shutterbug. What's up, bro?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good.
This is a good day, man. This is exciting. This is a big one. This is a big one for sure.
I'm excited. You're excited. We're excited.
I'm just happy that
Ireland, what's up?
The storm
Nucleus.
isn't what we thought it was.
Somebody remembers the band I was in, Nucleus. All right. There's a couple of you out there. Yeah. What's going on with you, bro?
Hey, you know what? Before I forget, it's Shout Out Sunday. I got to wish a happy 50th birthday to Johnny Bagpipes. Cheers.
What are you
Good friend
drinking?
of ours. Death Wish coffee. Black.
All right, let's do it.
Yes.
Let's clear the deck. What the heck? And let's do photo of the day. Let me get rid of everything. Wrong answers only, please. Let me get rid of everything. See everybody out there. What's happening, Steen, in Denmark? A lot of people out there today.
Steen.
A lot of people. Yep. What are you talking, Billy? What are you going on about already?
Uh-oh.
What are you going on about, Billy? What are you? What?
Hope
All
everybody's doing good out there with the weather. It's not that bad. Not as bad as they said it would be.
Yep. All right, here we go.
Yes.
Photo of the day. Wrong answers only, please. Here we go. Boom. Photo of the day. Wrong answers only, please. Boom. There you go. Let's see what we got here. Is it Belgium here? Is it Frank Zappa? Not bad. Is it Korn?
No.
Is it Alice Cooper? Alice Cooper Stand-In? Is it Cher? Is it Rick to Life with his shirt on? Is it Rob Zombie? Oops. Is it Beyonce? Oh man. Is it Tiny Tim? Okay. Is it Hot Topic founder? A lot of Rick to Life stuff. Is it the Taliban? Is it Bob Marley? God, they're coming in fast and furious. Is it Lil Wayne? Yes, everybody's here. Guests, everyone's here. This is a good one. Wait, the comments are coming in so fast. Is it Adam Duritz? Isn't that the dude from Counting Crows?
Oh,
Adam
yeah,
Duritz?
yeah, that is.
Yo, you know what? Let me tell you something about yo, fuck that dude. Yo, I'm not feeling the Counting Crows, man. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. He's on your list.
Is it Justin Bieber? Is it Sexual Chocolate? Is it Bushwick Bill on the right? That's good. All right, here's another one from that series. Here's another one. Photo of the day number 2. Here we go. Here's another one. Let's do right answers only, please. It's time for right answers, you scallywags.
Savages.
You savages. God damn it. Is it Tom Araya? Is it Celine Dion? Is it Rick James? Is it The Weeknd? That's good. Is it Motley Crue? Okay, here we go. Is it John 5? Is it Rob Zombie? Is it John 5 and some singer? Is it John 5 and Rob Zombie? Is it... I tell you, man, you know, Whitney, you got a great sense of humor. Is it the Heart Reunion Tour?
Oh, ouch.
That's good. That's good. Woo.
Ouch.
Is it?
That's rough.
People
That's rough.
people will not stop with the wrong answers. Is it Rob Zombie and John 5?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
The year is 2012. The venue is the Hammerstein Ballroom, New York City. This was the Twins of Evil tour, which was Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie. And this was a particularly it was, I mean, honestly, both guys put on great shows. Marilyn Manson's kind of like fallen from grace these days, but I'm still a much bigger White Zombie fan than a Rob Zombie fan. But this band that he had with John 5 and them,
has Marilyn Manson fallen from grace?
Oh yeah, he had that whole situation. He was like Me Too a while back with Evan Rachel Wood and a bunch of people with all kinds of
because he's
crazy shit.
Yeah, I don't want to get into. I don't want to get into that.
So anyway, the Rob Zombie had his band at this point is really, really solid and puts on a fantastic show. You know, and a great show to shoot. I mean, you know, he really he always know, like, there's no dull moments, you know, and every song has something different going on. And I just honestly wish the songs were stronger. I like him, but I think nothing he's done has touched the White Zombie stuff.
He is in the film that I directed. Who the fuck is that guy? The Fabulous Journey of Michael Alago. And actually, why didn't I pull one of these photos before? Hold on. Listen, you know, I know a lot of people don't care for the guy, but he was nothing but gracious when I did the film, you know?
Oh, no, I got nothing wrong to say about him. I'm just more of a fan of his last band than I am of his current band.
Yeah, let me find that. Let me find that. Hold on. Here you go. Let me see. Yeah, that's me and him when we shot the Alago film. Yeah. He's got a hell of a collection of horror stuff, man.
He's got some great Planet of the Apes stuff.
Oh, yo, he's got an amazing amount of stuff. And they left me in his office. Him and Alago went to go do something, and I was just sort of sitting there like, holy shit, you know. Let's see if I have another one from that sesh. Oh yeah, I got a ton of shit, man. Yo, I'm not trying to put up. I'm not trying to like. And I know dude doesn't live there anymore. But they left me sitting in the guy, you know, and like, yo, here's dude's. Where is that? Come on, pop two. Here's dude's office. Hold on, come on. Hope that's not the internet acting up. Anyway, Steven's gone. That's that. Can you guys still hear me? Hope that's not my fucking internet. Are you guys out there? Wow. Everything crashed. Fuck. Hey, Sid.
I can hear you fine, Drew.
Wow, everything crashed on me. That's crazy. That's a rarity. That's a rarity.
The hurricane. Ooh.
All right. Listen, let me bring on our guests. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Okie dokie.
All right. Crazy, Matt. Hey, what's going on?
That wasn't me. that was Henri.
That was for the first time ever. Everything disappeared.
Everything went black.
It went black.
Wow.
Black. Yeah.
You know what? I just want to say, in honor of these guys, I put up my autographed Nativity in Black behind me, signed by all of our guests.
Where is, there's one more photo. This is the first photo you sent me, and I vetoed it because
Yes, you did.
I didn't want to start the show with people insulting Shauna, who's a friend of mine.
She is awesome.
Now this is White Zombie, right?
Oh yeah, this is 1993, right here in the industry. Yeah, I was such a fan, and she is such a badass on stage too. I mean, we need more women out there like that. She's amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
And I know I get jealous every time I see Michael Lago having lunch with her. I'm always like, why don't you bring her around?
Yeah, I asked her to come on the show. She declined. She just doesn't feel like she has a lot to talk about these days. So she politely declined,
She's awesome. She does great art. She's
she's cool.
She put a great book out years ago, a scrapbook of all her White Zombie stuff. It's a really nice book.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, buddy.
All right. So that was a weird thing. I'm glad it wasn't me. It was all of us. So
it wasn't me. It wasn't me. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. See you in a little bit.
All right. Bye. What's happening? This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, and we are sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, The Organic Grill, the Texas Silver Rush, Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards, DTFM Vinyl Distro, Generation Records, and located in Corpus Christi, Texas, Chacho's Tacos opened their doors in 2001, home of the almighty Chacho's Taco. They cook up an incredible home-style Tex-Mex food, and this month they're celebrating their 20th anniversary. They've been supporting underground music since the beginning, and in their own words, we ain't stopping anytime soon. Touring bands that play Corpus Christi, swing by and get a home-cooked meal at Chacho's Tacos. We got you. The underground scene will never die. Please follow us on Facebook or on Instagram. That said, is everybody ready? Let's bring on our guests. Let me clear the deck here. Let me clear the deck. Make sure everybody's relax, everybody. It's happening. I'm doing this in the middle of a hurricane. Let's have a drink, everybody. Everybody out there who's drinking. Who's drinking? I don't care what you're drinking. You could be drinking goat piss for all I care. Here's to you on this Sunday. That said, today's guests are members of the American band Biohazard, formed in 1987 in Brooklyn, New York. They are one of the earliest bands to fuse hardcore punk and heavy metal with elements of hip hop. Today, they are here to celebrate the 30th anniversary of their landmark album, Urban Discipline, which has sold over 1 million albums worldwide. Please welcome our old friends, Bobby Hamble, Danny Schuler, and Billy Grazia Day. What's up?
What's up, everybody?
Hey,
Bobby, how you doing?
Of course, Danny Schuler, you with us? Unmute yourself, Danny.
Deluxe. Bobby, how you guys doing?
You don't want to hear what I got to say anyway.
Yeah. What's happening, everybody?
What's up, fellas?
Good to be
How
here.
you doing, Bobby?
Mark, thank you.
Yep. Billy?
I'm great.
All right, good. So
I'm good too. I'm good too.
Thanks for asking.
Hey, everybody's really happy to see you guys. Let's start chopping it up a little bit. Of course, we're gonna focus on Urban Discipline and all that. But let me throw this out there initially. How did you guys meet? How did you guys come together? Billy, let me ask you that first. How did you connect with these guys, and how did Biohazard get going?
So I think we had there was two things going on. Bobby, correct me if I'm wrong, but my memory, I think it's you. Bobby was jamming with Neo, our first drummer for a hot second, and Neo was jamming with Evan, and then those three got together, and I never met Bobby until I met Neo and
Evan. But I met Evan through some kid in New York. I worked at a place called Flip. Evan worked down the street at Crazy Eddie on 6th Avenue. I was on 8th Street. And this kid, I knew Danny, introduced me to Evan. And I remember I tried out for Breakdown, and that fell through. And then the kid said, why don't you should meet my buddy Evan. I remember meeting Evan and being like, nah, that's not my thing. I don't gel with that kind of dude. But him and Mio came to my place in Park Slope, and they said they had this kid that they were playing with, Bobby, which is Bobby. And they said, and they watched you play. And I remember Evan said to Mio, look at him. He looks like he's a fucking hardcore kid. He goes to CB's every Sunday. You want to be in the band? I'm like, yeah, I'll try it out. And then I immediately got it when I met Bobby. I got along with Bobby right away, and Mio. But Evan was fucking partying back then. It was a different era. Anyways, that's how my shit came into Biohazard.
Makes sense. Bobby, what's your take on it?
Yeah, pretty much. But Billy, if you remember, I wasn't there when I punched the wall. I broke my fucking hand. I punched the wall, so I couldn't play. So I went down to Florida to hang out with my grandmother for a couple of weeks. I came back. I went into the studio, and you were there playing your Washburn guitar. And you go, "Hey, I'm Billy. I'm in the band." I go, "Okay." I was like, "All right, let's play," and we started playing. That's basically how, you were already in the fucking band. I wasn't even back yet. Those guys called me. They were like, Mio and Evan were like, yo, we got a new guitar player, and he's bald. So I was like, all right, cool. And it's kind of like it was like little things like that, like when Mio introduced me to Evan, he was like, yo, Evan's got a car. I was like, oh, awesome, he's in.
He's in.
Yeah, he's got a car. You know what I mean? So, little things like that just made us hit it off, a little shit. But in the end, it came down to us jamming and being friends and, vibing on the same thing, That was it. Really easy, man. It was really easy back then, And then Danny came in when we were really starting to put the thing together. Anthony had to leave, and we were really trying to get
No. Anthony didn't have to leave. He stole our equipment and sold it at the fucking bar at the junction. That's what happened. I fucking, that's the real, call a spade. I love the kid, but that's what happened.
I know. I love him too. I love him too.
But it goes back to what you said, Billy. It was a different era.
Yeah, it was.
It was a different era.
It was a different era. Hey, it was a different era. Everybody from Brooklyn was doing lots of coke.
Yeah. There was. Remember back then it was the crack epidemic and fucking, remember guys, there was no cell phones, there was no internet. We had a bag of change and beepers, and we just rolled to the club every day and fucking, try to figure out what we were going to do musically,
Hey Danny,
I remember that Washburn guitar I used to collect fucking vials of crack. Empty vials of crack, and I would tape them or glue them to my fucking guitar. And the guitar was covered in all these colorful vials of crack. Empty vials, of course.
Oh my God.
Hey Danny, so how do you enter the picture, Danny?
How?
Yeah, how did you enter, and how did you hitch your wagon to this circus?
Well, I knew Evan and Bobby already. Evan, we had a bunch of mutual friends in the neighborhood. He lived not far from me in Canarsie. So I knew Evan from when I was 11 years old. And Bobby, I knew Bobby. I'm not sure exactly how or when I met Bobby Hamble, but
we were in the dropout class together.
Yeah, we were in the same high school dropout class, delinquent class.
Yeah, I went one night. I hung out with you, and I left, and I never came back. I dropped out. We were what were we, 16?
Yeah, it was 15, 16. I was so long ago. I remember Chinna came and picked you up that night.
Yeah. We had better things to do.
But I knew Bobby just from hanging around, just from the neighborhood. I knew, just everybody over there. But Evan I knew because he lived not far from me in Canarsie. And I with a girlfriend of mine, and we were going to a show somewhere, like Avenue A, somewhere during some kind of thing that was happening in New York, like a music convention or something. We were going to a show, and we were waiting online to walk in the show, and I ran into Evan. I hadn't seen him in a little while, and I was aware of Biohazard. I seen Biohazard a few shows already, at Lamour's. I seen them in the beginning, and I knew Mio. I've known Mio since I'm in kindergarten. He went to school with my older brother, so I've known Anthony Mio my whole life. I went to school with his sister Nikki. He lived 2 blocks away from me, so I'd known the original drummer Anthony my whole life. So I knew everybody in the band really, except for Billy. I met Billy at the Pink Pussycat one day, but I ran into Evan at a show. I was standing in line with my girlfriend, waiting to go to a show somewhere on the Lower East Side, and he was handing out Biohazard demos. And he was like, Danny, what are you doing? I was like, I'm going to the show. What are you doing? He's like, I'm giving out demos. I said, give me one. And he goes, yo, Anthony left the band, and we need a drummer. Why don't you come to Fastlane and, come play with it. Come jam with us. And I was like, yeah, sure. And at the time, I hadn't played drums in like a year. I was playing guitar. I was like writing songs. I was fed up with music. I just wanted to do my own thing. And that week, I called Evan. I was like, yeah, I'll come down. And I went down, and I didn't realize they were doing a whole audition. They had like a couple of drummers out in the hallway waiting to go in. And I was like, oh, I didn't know it was like a cattle call. I thought I was just showing up at the band. But, yeah, that was it. That was it. That was how it happened. We started at my first rehearsal with them was at Fastlane Studios with Mikey Big Balls. And that's it.
Yeah, but we played that show at Sundance right after that. Remember?
Yeah.
And then once we played that show, I was like, "Holy shit! You can't leave this fucking band, man. There's no. You have to stay in this band."
I remember you said that to me almost exactly. You were like, "Yo, you in this band or what?" I was like, "I don't know. You guys never told me anything. I thought we were just jamming. I don't know."
I could just hear it. Oh, yo. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Whoa. That would be.
Who did we play with? Was it White Zombie?
Hey, yo, are you in this band or what?
Yeah, exactly.
Or what?
Yeah.
Or what?
Or what?
Like, what the fuck? Yeah, we played. What was that? We played with White Zombie that night, right?
No.
Huh?
I think it was MOD.
Oh yeah. All
MOD.
right. Wow. Fucking A. Good club, man. Sundance.
Sundance. Great.
Yeah.
I'm putting up. Hold on. I'm just putting up a couple. Since everything went black, I'm just putting up all my photos again, man. I got some fucking great ones here. I want to talk about. Hold on. Let me just get a couple of these up. Give me 1 second here, man. Okay, 2 more, and la la la, boom boom boom. Okay, so let's talk about. Okay, so you guys do the first demo. Mio plays on the demo. Then there's a second demo, right? And then you guys go in and record this, right?
Yeah.
And this was on Maze or Magnet. Yeah. Is Maze and Magnetic Air the same thing?
Maze Records.
Maze Records.
Yeah, the same thing.
Same thing.
Really?
And
I didn't even know that.
yeah. And so you guys go record this, and I did a little research on this. Yeah, I know the record well. This guy John Burns produces it. Billy,
yeah, John Burns.
Yeah, Billy, what's a little background on John Burns, and how did you end up on this label?
So John was he was a sound man at Lamour.
Oh.
He had a buddy of his who ended up becoming our sound man, Bruce Robbins, who actually passed away, and I think John passed away also. But they were sound men, and our manager Rich, Big Rich, just linked us up with the guy. He says, "Yeah, he's a sound man at Lamour. He's got to be great."
Yeah.
That's exactly what he said. He does sound Lamour, so you're gonna sound great. Okay, we didn't know shit.
Hey, did Big Bruce pass away? Is that right?
Yeah.
He was a good dude, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember we did.
Go ahead.
No, go on.
Go ahead.
Billy,
go.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Go.
So I remember we did the record at Roxy Rap Studios in Jersey. And we had 2 hotel rooms, and I think Danny and I and Neg were in one of our boys, Neg, Mike Gargano, and Evan and Bobby were in the other room. And we finished the record real quick, and then we went back to fucking Brooklyn, mixed it upstate in New Rochelle. But I remember we had the equipment in Neg's van, and we parked in front of my apartment on Quentin Road, and fucking somebody ripped off the fucking van. Remember that, Bob?
What?
Yeah.
Yep. We lost our fucking shit. Yep.
Typical.
Fucking sucked.
Yeah, I remember.
Did they break into the van, or did they just steal the whole fucking van?
They stole the whole thing.
Oh God, that's horrible.
And it happened twice.
Yeah.
It happened twice in our career. And then the other time we fucking someone jacked our van. Neg bought a white van that we traveled all around the fucking country with. And somebody jacked the fucking van, same fucking neighborhood, which I'm sure we probably knew fucking did it. But we got a call from Minus, and Minus was like, yo, I'm here in fucking downtown Brooklyn, somewhere in Park Slope or Sunset, and I'm at a chop shop, and they got your fucking van because your bumper's here with the Biohazard logo on the back, and the rear view mirror with the Biohazard fucking laminates still hanging from the rear view mirror for sale
Jesus.
for $10.
Oh my God!
You should come down. We were like, nah, let it be. Let's just collect insurance.
Wow. And Danny, give me a take on the mix on this thing. The drum sound. I mean, the drum sound was always perplexing. I mean, on this thing. Give me a take on your, like. Were you guys in the room for the mix on this?
Well,
kind of.
At first we were, but the guy who was mixing the record, Bruce, he couldn't handle us. Like we were like, because we were like over his shoulder, like, yo, that doesn't sound right. Fix that. Yo, the guitar sounds funny. The drums, this doesn't sound right. Fix that. We were driving him crazy. So our manager, Big Rich, was like, guys, listen, I talked to the guy mixing the record. He can't handle you guys. So we're just going to bring you guys in for like an hour at the end of the day. You're going to let him work all day. And at the end of the day, you guys come in and listen and let him know what you think. And that's it. Because he can't work with you guys, hanging over his neck the whole fucking time. So what happened with the drums? I don't know what happened with the drums, man.
Yeah, listen. Here's a great comment right here. The snare sound gives Saint Anger a run for his money.
Yeah, you know what? I tuned up the drums. I thought they sounded really good. And, I mean, to this day, I still have an unmixed copy of the record on cassette. I have it on cassette from Broccoli Rob Studios. And it sounded phenomenal. It was fucking raw. There was no effects on it. It was unmixed. It sounded great. But when the record was mixed, it was like super processed. And I mean, the kick drum sounded great. It sounded like you were walking into Lamour's. It was perfect. Just like John Burns always did at Lamour's. But yeah, the snare and the cymbals, I don't know what happened exactly. But I would love, honestly, Billy and I, we both have studios. I would love to get my hands on the original tapes of that record and just listen to some of those original tracks.
Guys, I
sound like that.
I have the masters. Go to my patreon.com/Billy Biohazard and I'll tell you all about it. It's going to cost you, but I'll tell you all about it.
Glad.
The funniest shit they did, Danny, was they fucking, I remember they tried to gate the cymbals. And I'm like, we didn't know what we were doing, but I did the demos. I went to school for recording at CMA in Manhattan, and I did the second demo, and I knew a little bit about recording. And I remember it was the first time in a big fucking studio. It was awesome. The funny thing about working with Bruce Robbins, rest in peace, was that dude couldn't handle us for one day in the studio, but eventually he came on tour with us for years and spent his whole life with us.
Yeah.
Hard times make monkeys eat red peppers. Hey, I want to point this out, that that record cover, and I've met the artist a couple of times.
Ed Repka.
And
He did Megadeth, and that's where we fell in love with him. Yep.
Ed Repka, a lot of people may not know this. He did Circle Jerks. He did a lot of stuff. I see him a lot. He does the Chiller Theater conventions that we frequent. But Ed Repka, is that why you gravitated to him, Billy? You saw this work and said that we want to work with him?
There was two things going on at the time. A lot had to do with our manager, Rich. I think Rich lived out his metal fantasies through us, number one. God love him, but that's what he did. And so he was a big Megadeth fan. So he sold us on that, and we were cool with it. But Bobby is a fucking super talented artist, did the Biohazard logo, and I think Bobby came up with the idea of doing the in the well, right, Bob?
I did the 3D logo.
Yeah, and you did the well?
I gave him the pencil sketch of the 3D logo, just like it was, except he made it orange. And then the well behind it was him.
It's great. Yeah.
I kind of remember, Bobby, you drawing that first. I remember you.
Yep.
Yeah, I sent him the black and white sketch of it. He made it orange, and then he put the.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Well,
I remember that.
I remember we had, because at the time, Pete Steele suggested the name, but the logo was a flat black logo. I remember
he wanted us to just be the logo.
Yeah, but I remember we made T-shirts with a hand-drawn fucking logo because there was no graphics back then. And then Bobby came in the studio with the 3D version. I'm like, holy shit, that's fucking. It blew my mind how he did it. Number one,
I wanted to make it look like blades, like knives.
Yeah, it blew my fucking mind. That was the first time I ever saw you draw. But then I was like, wow, cool. Now we got a logo that's ours. Nobody can fucking sue us. Which didn't change anything.
Idea.
Right.
Well, this is how we were just putting everything together. We didn't know where we were going with it, and we fucking.
So you know who I've been talking to, guys? Remember Johnny Duckett?
Johnny who?
So Johnny Duckett. This kid, Johnny Duckett. He was a guy who signed us to this record label. His
name is John Morris from Maze Records.
John Morris. We call him Johnny Duckett because every time he came to see us, he would buy his fucking lunch.
Yeah, we shake him down.
Slice of pizza.
Yeah.
Like, come on, it's record company money. You got to give us fucking something. So I've been talking to him. I'm trying to get him on fucking Patreon and fucking do like a cool thing and talk about the stories. Because one of the things I always want to talk to him about, and you guys are going to remember this, Drew, we would drive around the fucking country or fucking on tour with whoever, it didn't matter who we were with. You could never find the fucking Biohazard record anywhere. And we're like, what the fuck are we on tour for? You can't do anything. So we went back to Long Island where the label was fucking station, based. And half of us fucking distracted the fucking label guys, and the other half fucking loaded up Evan's van and jacked fucking cases and cases of CDs. And then we went back on tour. We would sell the CDs to stores and say, listen,
we robbed them.
We're playing here tonight. Take 10 CDs. And when we come back in town, we'll make good. We never got the money, but it worked because the fucking shabby fucking distribution that Maze had was fucking horrible.
Yeah. So we took their inventory.
Yep. Absolutely. Now, so this is the actual record release party. And of course, this is at Lamour's. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but this held the record for the most passes, like people showing up at Lamour's with passes, and was for this, I believe.
Wow. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I never heard that.
We did that a few times in New York.
Yeah.
Like the most guest list, the most,
Yeah.
Not counting the other people we snuck in the back door,
We're gonna get into Lamour's in a little bit, but let's ease into this. But I want.
Hey, who was the other guy? Wait, guys, who was the other dude? Stu, Motley Stu. Remember him?
Yeah.
He was the radio guy. Whatever happened to that dude? Yeah, I think is that his name? Deluxe. He had curly hair. He looked like the guitar player from Faith No More.
Yeah, Motley Stew. That was what everybody called him.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to him. I don't know.
Someone's pointing out to me that it's Lamour, not Lamour's. I
Yeah,
know
but
it's Lamour. I know it's Lamour, but it's pronounced Lamour's.
Listen.
Yeah,
A clear indication that you grew up in the 5 boroughs of New York is that everything is plural. Everything.
yeah.
You're not going to
Because
original.
everybody goes there.
You're not going to original pizza. You're going to originals. You're not going to Lamour. You're going to Lamour's.
Lamour's.
You know, everything.
And
Everything's plural.
And what are the girls called that hang out at Lamour's?
Lamorsels.
Well, you're being nice, Bob. There was a whole lot of Lamourons too. You know,
There's Lamourons, and there was Lamorsels. Those were the hot girls at Lamour's.
Lamorsels, Lamourons.
Lamourons. All right, let's ease into this. But before we get into the meat and potatoes of this, I want to say that I listened to this in its entirety a couple days ago, and I listened to it again as I was getting ready for the show. And of course, this is a game changer for me personally. But after the record on this release, and let's talk about this. There was some demo tracks. Business, Urban Discipline, Loss, Black and White and Red All Over with the demo tracks. I gotta say, those demo tracks sound friggin' great, man. And if I remember correctly, were those done at Fastlane? Bobby, do you remember?
Yeah, they were. We
Bobby?
did everything at Fastlane.
Did we lose Bobby's internet?
Maybe he seems frozen, but he'll snap back on. He'll come in.
Yeah,
Billy,
Drew, we did.
Give us a take on those demos, will you?
So we did that. That was on a re-release from Roadrunner. That when they re-released the record, and I got something to do now that we're re-releasing Urban Discipline. We got something extra we're adding to that too. A few things. But we did a bunch of demos, and before we did, we went on tour with the Exploited, and there's a whole bunch of stories that I go into on Patreon and talk about it, and I'd love to share them here. But when we split with Maze Records, the guy owned us forever. So we had to sell our merchandise rights to come up with some money to get off the label. It was the fucking smartest and the dumbest thing we ever did in our fucking life. Oof. We had to sign. We were so desperate to get off this fucking label to have a career that we signed a shitty fucking deal to just get a little bit of lump of sum cash so we could be out. Then we went to Roadrunner. And when we went to Roadrunner, that's when we did the deal with for Urban Discipline, what became Urban Discipline. But before we did that, we wanted to go on tour, and we bought off the label with the money we got from the merch company. And then we had a little bit of money left over, and we went on tour with the Exploited. But we had already written, it was Urban Discipline, Shades of Grey, Punishment, and Black and White and Red All Over. So those 4 songs, we wrote, demoed, and then went on tour and played them every fucking night. Prince, hey, Prince, off. So we played those songs every night, and the songs evolved, and it would change. Craig Silverman, what's up? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Craig Silverman, all the way from Boston, chiming and saying, sending love to you all. The awesome commentator behind Agnostic Front, Blood for Blood, Only Live a Witness, anyways, and many others. So those songs we played every fucking night on tour with the Exploited and Typo Negative. I think Sheer Terror was on some of those dates. And then we would change them. So those songs became the strongest of the record. We came home from that tour and then went back in the studio at Fastlane and finished demoing the rest of the songs and wrote a bunch of more songs. And then we went in and recorded the record with Wharton Tiers in Manhattan, which is a whole other fucking funny set of stories.
Those demos are really good, man. Who engineered that? Was that Mikey?
I think we were doing. I don't know if I was doing. I did the second demo we did, and I was working at Mike's at the time, so I don't know. I think Mike did the first set of demos, and then I learned how he ran his shit, and then I did the rest of the demos back then. But yeah, sometimes, like Danny mentioned this earlier, he's got like unmixed versions of the record. It seemed like for the most of our career, the rough tapes, the rough mixes of every record we always liked better than the final mixes. They were always more raw and just we didn't like that unpolished thing. And it seemed like the records lost a little bit of the energy when they mixed it. And guys always told us shit like, oh, it's got to be polished to get on the radio. And then if you want to be a big league, you got to do it like this. Now I know what I'm doing. And it's not true.
Yeah.
Fucking make it kick ass. If it's kick ass, they're going to play it on the radio, whether or not the snare drum sounds like Saint Anger or it sounds like a fucking sledgehammer. It doesn't make a difference. A good kick ass energy, a song that's fucking filled with energy and angst and power is going to fucking translate in any fucking environment.
Just to regress a little bit, Astoria Lou mentions that Wharton Tiers, who produced your record, produced the second Quicksand album. How did you guys, was Wharton Tiers forced on you, or did you decide, hey, we want to use this guy? Bobby, you remember?
Big Richie had a lot to do with that, our first manager, and he was managing White Zombie at the time. And Wharton worked with them and Sonic Youth and, a lot of stuff. He had a great reputation. I remember that,
Bob, remember, I think Richie was out of the picture. Remember, we've got a beef with Richie. We turned the first record on tour with
but I remember learning about Wharton through Richie.
Yeah.
Wharton done
the other thing too.
Just done
Richie,
that Helmet record, and we were doing. We were like, we didn't know who to get to do Urban Discipline. We were kind of like, after the first, like Billy was saying before about the first record experience. Like, I remember we were having conversations about it, and we were like, this new record, meaning Urban Discipline, we want to do it on our own. We just want it to sound like raw. We didn't want to produce it at all. We just wanted to record it and put it out there exactly as it was. And Scott Koenig, I remember, had some recording that Wharton Tiers had done, and he played it for us. And I remember thinking it sounded really good and really raw. And then, if you remember, I went to Wharton's studio with my drums and recorded at Wharton's studio for a couple of hours one afternoon on 22nd Street or whatever it was. And we listened back to the drums, and we were like, the drums sound good. All right, we'll use this guy. That was as much thought as we put into it. Like, we just wanted a guy who was going to keep it raw and just like unproduce the record. We weren't able to produce.
It was done on 1-inch tape.
1 inch.
1 inch, 24 track. That's like super ugly analog.
Yeah, that's
So wait,
listen. It's one thing. 1 inch 16 track is one thing, but 1 inch 24 track.
Right, Danny's 24, right?
Yeah,
it
was. It was a 1-inch 24-track machine.
Billy,
here's the biggest fucking dupe of all. So we're working with this dude, and he was a great guy, but we had his studio was in the basement of his apartment of his house in Brownstone in like the east side of Manhattan, lower Manhattan. And he was like, we can only do it during the days. We're like, we sleep till fucking 12. What do you mean only during the days? Whatever. Then every day at 5 o'clock, his fucking wife, his old lady, would open the door and scream, "Run! Shut the fuck up!" And we had to leave. We're like, what the fuck? That sucked. And then, but here's the other thing. And it was a great experience. Wharton was really cool, and it was great working with him. The big thing that sold me was the Helmet record. I love the way that sounded.
Yeah.
And he never told us this, but he didn't mix the fucking Helmet record. He only recorded it. And fucking the guy who mixed it was fucking
Andy Wallace, I think, right?
Andy Wallace, which now he gets like 10 grand a song. So they had the fucking biggest dude in the industry who did Sepultura and Slayer mix that record. So we never got that sound. And when I'm sure, Danny, you got those Wharton Tier mixes somewhere. We ended up working with Steve Evans.
Steve Etz.
Yeah. Who did fucking Beastie Boys.
Yeah, he was
fucking great dude.
Yeah, he's great.
We did the record, mixed the record at Chung King.
Sean
And
King.
then we were way more happy.
Hey, a friend of ours is hawking me to post this picture and say hi. Chris Conto says what's up.
Oh shit.
Chris Contos!
Boy.
All right, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
All right. There
Long
you
time,
go.
man.
Yep. And we'll get into that.
One of the good guys right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, I just told a great story on my Patreon about fucking Machine Head story, about Rick to Life knocking the fuck out of fucking, what's his name? Rob from Machine Head.
Oh,
He
God.
cracked him in the fucking mouth because he talked shit to him. And Rob was like, yo, what the fuck? And I was like, you were talking shit. He punched you in the face. Don't talk shit. You won't get punched in the face. That's it. Funny story. Yep.
Yeah, I remember it different, but that's
That's
okay.
part of my Patreon. I tell it all.
I remember that incident differently, but listen, get on Billy's Patreon and hear his version of it.
No, that's not true, bro. Rick to Life knocked out fucking
Yes.
Homeboy.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes, he did. Okay.
What's different?
I don't remember the talking shit part.
He did. They were going back and forth. I was in the back of the cab with Jill. Remember that fucking girl he was dating?
Well,
Who was banging Rest in Peace?
that's what I remember, the girl thing and all that, and then that being a fucked up scene, and like that was fucked up. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep moving forward. This
I love that.
Back to this. The tracks. We lost Bobby for a second, but he'll make his way back. So I went back to look at the songwriting credits on this record, and like, are they broken down individually? It's like all songs Biohazard. Like, are you guys one of those bands that sort of made an agreement early on that like, hey, we're all in this together, everything's gonna be credited to the band? Is that an early agreement you guys made? Because all the songs say written by Biohazard.
It wasn't like an agreement. It was a band. Sometimes someone would bring in a riff, they throw it together with someone else's riff, and then it became, we always called the violence a meat grinder. That the song, no matter where it came from, it didn't really become a Biohazard song until we all played it and added our flavor. And it no matter how it was born, it went through that meat grinder. And because of that, it was just natural that it was like all songs written and performed and wrote by Biohazard. All four ways.
Yeah, that makes sense. Danny, you got anything to add to
I
that?
live by a church. Sorry for the
What's that, Drew?
Anything to add about the songwriting process of this record?
We would just jam. At the time, I mean, we had the studio in Brooklyn, and that was like our headquarters, and we would just spend, 4 or 5 hours a day in there working every day. And working means like jamming. The band, we just jammed a lot. I wish Bobby was on here right now, because that was our whole thing, was just like, yo, turn on and let's just start playing. And a lot of the songs would just evolve from the jam sessions. So when it came time to like crediting us, crediting the songwriting and stuff, we were all just like, yeah, just put the whole band on there. We never really, we didn't break it down like individual song. There was no need for that. It was the whole band doing everything. We all worked really hard back then. It was good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Kept it democratic, it kept it fair. It kept it,
A couple of other bands that come to mind that did that I remember was The Clash. Everything was written by The Clash. Also Van Halen, all songs written by Van Halen. I always noticed that. And just as a side note, I was looking at because I was listening to the stuff on Spotify here, and the song that has got the most listens on that record at 4.5 million listens is Punishment, and the second song with the most listens is with 1.2 million is Shades of Grey, and then interestingly enough, number 3 with 1 million listens is Urban Discipline. So that's pretty cool.
That's great.
Yep.
Yeah, and so and I sent Bobby. Bobby knows that he should try to sign back on, whatever. We'll keep moving forward. But I was listening to it today, and I love some of the deep tracks on that record. And the least listened to track on Spotify is one of my favorites, which is Mistaken Identity. I love that track. And there's some real hidden gems on there, like Mistaken Identity, Man with a Promise, Disease, and Loss. These are like, those are the ones that really resonated with me today, because those are the deep tracks. Tears of Blood. I remember when you guys used to play Tears.
Oh,
there he is.
Just if you get bounced
He's
off,
back.
just sign back, bro. Just sign back on if you get fucked.
Yeah, I'm trying. It keeps telling me no internet, whatever.
Yeah, but is any take, Dan? Bob, let's go with Billy on some of the deeper tracks like Tears of Blood or Disease or Loss on that record.
I remember Tears of Blood. I came in and I took my SGs and I restrung them. I put a bass string on the low note and tuned it down, and I dropped it down to A, I think. And it was so fucking low, and I could never play it like that live. Nowadays, I use a bridge called Evertune, and I can play an A without even, and it fucking stays perfectly in tune. But back then, playing live, especially as active as we were, I couldn't keep a regular guitar in tune, let alone a guitar that tune low. So we transposed the riff and played it live, like that.
Yeah, because that Tears of Blood was part of the set list, right, Bobby? Back in the day?
What was that?
Tears of Blood.
Right.
Yeah, we used to play it. Not always. It was a slow one. And we always liked the crowd to move. And because it was so slow, it was like a rest. It was like an intermission. So it would make it way in and out of the set here and there.
Yeah, but later on, it caught on a lot better, But there's parts of that song that just, they vibe so good, man. That it's like an emotional song, Fucking, I love playing that song live. Love it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that again.
But as far as the other songs you mentioned, I'm trying to catch up with you guys.
Yeah, I mentioned some of the deeper tracks on Urban Discipline,
Loss.
like Loss, Disease, Mistaken Identity.
Yeah, Disease is a fucking love song. Right, Billy? And that speaks for itself. And but Loss,
rock and roll.
Back then in Brooklyn, we were burying people left and right in those years. It was for whatever reasons, we went to a lot of funerals, and it really had an effect on us. So Loss had to be written, A lot of the other songs, some of the shit still holds true today. Like I think Black and White, Red All Over, like if you look at that song, nothing's changed in the fucking world at all.
Great track, man.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Like listen to it now, it's about today. So and then you got
100%.
You got Punishment, and you got like James Smith's 3, Urban Discipline, shit like that, talking about the streets and the crack epidemic and fucking AIDS was around, it was a totally different world back then, I mean,
Now we got synthetic drugs.
We had our neighborhoods.
And we got COVID.
We had our neighborhoods, then we had the streets, and we had the clubs. And then when you left the clubs, you went back to the streets, back to your neighborhoods. You know what I mean? And that was kind of how it worked. That was your whole world. Like, like I said, there was no internet, no cell phones, no fucking social media, nothing like that. We were all on point every day. We had to get up, get out of the house, and go to the studio, to the club, to the fucking spot, wherever we hung out. And we had to be on point with each other and try to make sense of what we were going to do and take on the fucking world doing it. You know what I mean? It was, and handing out flyers and posters, You remember how it was back then, putting up posters around New York?
Well, you guys always had your hustle on point, man. I mean, you guys were always out handing out shit, and there was Biohazard stickers everywhere. You guys really. I mean, look, going back, I remember when I first started working with you guys back then. My mind was blown by your business model. Like, I was used to bands like fighting with each other about they make a few bucks at a gig, and every band now is going to fight about, I want fucking my. You guys were the first band that I ever saw that put the money back into the band. I think maybe correct me if I'm wrong, Billy. Was it half the money went back into the band and half the money was split up, or was it everything back into the band?
We all kind of were in agreement that we just to make it move, make a big move forward. We just kind of invest everything that we
let it roll,
and we out of our pockets and let it ride. One of the cool things we did, though, I remember one of the cool things I remember with the T-shirts. I remember we worked the first batch of T-shirts. I came with this idea and I told the guys, listen, if we take the fucking 72 T-shirts, we give half away, like we all coughed up and split the cost of 72 T-shirts. It was like a half of gross. And we made, out of the 72, we gave half of them away and we sold the other half for $10.
Yeah.
The money that we made, we bought another 72 shirts and we kept doing the same thing. And then we started building up kitty and we made more money. We're like, okay, let's make another shirt. Let's make the Lion Coke bitch shirt. That fucking Alan did.
Yeah.
And we kept doing that. And then it got to a point though where, dudes would roll up and, some members of the band would show up and say, yo, can you give my homegirl a shirt?
Yeah, we always gave them away, man. We always gave everything away anyway.
Yeah, and I used to fucking freak because I was the guy that was crunching the numbers. And Bobby's giving away fucking shirts to chicks.
Right. The Lion, emphasize the Lion Coke bitch shirt.
A lot of girls were on coke and they were lying back then.
Hey, Danny,
we got to bring that shirt back. I'm going to bring that shirt back, guys. That's a great shirt. Maybe we get Lady Gaga to wear that shirt.
There you go. Hey, Danny, let me ask you, why on Urban Discipline does Wrong Side of the Tracks and Hold My Own resurface again? Why those two tracks?
Because we all felt that like those were really important songs from the first album that really didn't get a fair shake because nobody could buy the first album. Like Billy was saying, it was we would be out in cities all across the country and we couldn't even find our own album. Kids were asking us all the time, how do I get your album? I can't get the album anywhere. So we just felt like, those were two great songs that we really loved and they didn't get a fair shake on that first record. We wanted everybody to hear those songs. We didn't want it to disappear, in the abyss of the first record that nobody's ever going to hear from again.
Sure.
We just decided, hey, we need two more songs anyway. Let's re-record Wrong Side of the Tracks and Hold My Own and put them on the record. So that's really why we did it.
And they came out way better. So here's another, that's a good tie-in to this thing. So we also had another song that didn't make the record. And the reason that song didn't make the record, and it's going to make the re-release, when we re-release Urban Discipline, you could pre-order it now. Drew, hopefully you have the pre-link, pre-sale link, so you can put that up. But we had a song that came out on State of the World Address called 5 Blocks to the Subway. We originally recorded that song for Urban Discipline in a fucking really badass, awesome fucking way. But when Warner Brothers, we decided to deal with Warner Brothers, they heard the song. They're like, this is a great fucking song. We want that song on our record. Don't put it on Urban Discipline. We got that. They pulled that trump card, and we had to go with it. And so we never released it. And I think it was a good thing. But at the time, it was like, you know what? It gives us a chance to let that song ferment a little bit more and grow into a song that it ended up becoming, which was a great version. But on this new release of Urban Discipline, we're re-releasing that version, the Urban Discipline version of 5 Blocks to the Subway, and it's fucking killer. The verses are chugging along. It's a little faster, chunky guitars. It's fucking amazing.
Now we're going to take a break in a couple minutes, but you just reminded me of something. What was the timeline here? Like, there's always a little bit of were you guys signed to Warner Brothers and then you decided to do the record on Roadrunner? Danny, explain how that worked.
Yeah, yo, that's a trip, man.
Oh, Bobby, tell him. Go ahead.
Bobby, go ahead. You take it.
No,
Bobby.
you.
No, you.
What am I?
Oh, wait.
No, you.
We kind of signed both deals around the same time.
Yeah, it was like we had to get off of Maze.
Guys.
You know, in a nutshell, it was like we had to get off of Maze because they sucked. But we were getting, looking at Warner Brothers like major release, and we're like, we're not ready for that. We want to keep playing in the underground. We want a good, solid underground record on an independent label before we even think about going to a fucking major. And the powers that be fucking listened to what we said, and they agreed. And we ended up doing a one-off record with Roadrunner, which never really happened before that.
Yeah.
And then we went to Warner Brothers. So Warner Brothers was already in the picture.
Yeah.
Like basically we signed to them so we could do the Roadrunner record so we can go back to Warner Brothers. Something like that, right?
Yes, but you're forgetting something. We were in fucking Guido's office signing a deal with fucking MCA. Remember that?
No, Geffen.
No, Geffen. Yeah, sorry, Geffen.
Yeah.
So we had a deal with Geffen Records.
I feel like I want to tell this story. Go ahead.
So Roadrunner was the deal. We were like
Michael Lago.
Geffen wanted to sign us. Geffen wanted to sign us, and we were like, no way. Exactly what Bobby said. But we knew we wanted to do it. We wanted to move up from fucking, Maze America Records. Roadrunner was happening at the time. All our friends were on the label. Everybody that we knew worked there that was mad fucking cool. That was the label we wanted to be on. So Scott Coney helped us make a deal with them. At the same time, we had a deal on the table for record number 3 with Geffen. And we went to the signed for record. We were gonna go sign to record number 3 with Geffen. We're in the fucking office of our lawyer, and he gets a phone call. We're literally, there's a bottle of champagne. We're celebrating. We're ready to fucking sign. And he says, "Hold on a second." He's on the phone with this guy Tim Carr, rest in peace, from Warner Brothers. And Tim Carr offers him a deal. Says, "I want Biohazard for record number 3." So we didn't sign with Geffen. We signed with Roadrunner, and then Guido said, "Listen, our fucking lawyer's name was Michael Guido." So Guido said, "I'll make this happen with you guys at Warner Brothers, but you got fucking 2 weeks to make it happen. I'm going to tell you what I want, make it fucking happen." And they did. But we signed a Roadrunner first, but on a contingency deal that the record number 3, we were free to go. So we ended up having a 1-record deal. Meanwhile, Sepultura, Carnivore, Fear Factory, everybody that was on Roadrunner was like, "Don't sign Roadrunner. They make you sign for 7 records." We're like, "Really? We only got one. We did 1 record deal. Not once, but fucking twice."
Yep.
And now the funniest thing is that Warner Brothers is putting out Urban Discipline because Warner Brothers ended up buying Roadrunner Records. So they have 5 of our fucking records, which is half of our fucking just got.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, right. And you guys, and I'm sure you guys are still in debt to Warner Brothers Records, right?
No, we're out. We're only in debt for $3,000 from that camera that we bought for you.
Oh shit! True.
Ooh, shots fired.
Hey,
Well, you had the camera.
That's
You
all that
followed
matters.
us everywhere. You were with us, man. You toured with us. You got tons of footage. I know you got shit.
Dude, I got shit. It's all for Billy's Patreon. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I get second fiddle. You already put some shit up your fucking Patreon.
Listen, I got so much fucking shit, dude. I got 300 Biohazard tapes, bro.
Let's talk about more important shit people want. They don't want to hear about your beef.
Yo,
Hey, listen. Let me do a sponsor break. Take a break, you guys, for a second. We're gonna come back and we're gonna do record of the week. We're gonna talk about some.
Wait. Whoa, sponsor break. We getting a cut of this?
Yes, you get it. Yes, you're getting a cut of it. Yes, and make sure everybody make sure www.billyspatreonpage.com. All right, I'll see you guys in a couple minutes, okay? And we'll do record of the week. And yo, we're going to talk about the punishment video, the Shades of Grades video, and everything else. All right, I'll see you in a couple.
All right.
Woo! How about that, huh? Shots fired. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, and we are sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, The Organic Grill, the Texas Silver Rush, DTFM Vinyl Distro, Chacho's Tacos, Generation Records, and Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards. Located in Lakewood, Colorado, is the Rocky Mountain headquarters for all things punk, hardcore, and metal. Established in 2014, they have the largest selection of records, CDs, shirts, stickers, patches, and accessories between Chicago and Los Angeles. From the pit to the ditch, they've got your back. Get in touch with them at www.chainreactionrecords.com. Also, the Texas Silver Rush is a jewelry design firm and boutique store located in the birthplace of the Texas country music scene in Fredericksburg, Texas. They specialize in working with musicians in all music genres to design and create unique one-off pieces, as well as style them for stage, album covers, promo, photos, and social media exposure. Their client list includes Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Greg Rollet, Ringo Starr, and of course, my friends and yours, Agnostic Front. During this current never-ending pandemic, all their information and online sales are being taken at Facebook and Instagram pages, and of course, www.thetexassilverrush.com. Listen, I want to let everybody know we're going to be doing questions. The last part of the show is questions, and you're going to post. We're going to do questions, so don't start. What's up, Totally Kenny? Represent. Oh, all the Biohazard guys are coming out of the woodwork. Is Bones on here? Did someone mention Bones? What a fucking show so far. Thanks, Drew. Well, you know what? You enjoy the show. I enjoy doing the show. And there is a Patreon page. You may be wondering, how can I support this show? This show needs your support. It really does. So please, go check out the Patreon page. Billy G is not the only one that has a Patreon page. You hear that, fucking guy? You're not the only one with a Patreon page. So there you go. Support us on Patreon. Support Billy on Patreon. Please support this show on Patreon. There's also a PayPal page if you can want to make a one-time donation. That's what keeps this show going. And there's a lot of people that love the show and support the show. And I thank you all. I appreciate it so much. What else? I want to mention, where is the where's the next shows coming up? Where the hell is all that? Blah, 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 blah. Next up on this very show, this Wednesday. Hold on, let's clear the deck. Let's put that up. Coming up this Wednesday is Joel Ghostin. Let me get this crap out of the way. This crap. Coming up this Wednesday, August 25th, author-musician Joel Ghostin, Pigface, The Undead, and Electric Frankenstein. 1 week from today, the infamous Vic Venom is on the show. Nausea, Sacrilege, Chaos UK, Reagan Youth, Hellbent, Coffin Daggers, and DIY Breed. Then, talk about infamous, a band I used to manage. Stickman from Fury of 5 is coming on the show. And then, a couple days after that, Walter Monster Ryan will be on the show as well. Got a lot going on. Got a lot happening on the show. Want to shout out a couple of my new patrons, Linda Nardelli, Jeff Steiner, Marcos at Punk Oi Hardcore, and my latest patron, thank you so much, Denise LeBeau. So don't be a cheap fuck. Contribute to the show, will you? Jeez. Yes, Walter Monster Ryan is coming on the show. Stickman should write a book. In the meantime, he's going to be on the show. Yes, good shows coming up. Don't be scared. Flying in from Western Africa. Boy, are my arms tired. Let's see. Drew, who's the guest for show number 150? Well, wouldn't you like to know? We're working on it, man. Stop snorting and start supporting, you friggin' bums. I had to cancel my membership because my credit card got shut off. Hey, man, listen. I'm glad you were there. I'm glad you supported it, and I'm glad you're watching the show now too. So I appreciate it. I really do. That said, what else do I have to mention? Just a couple of quick things. As you may or may not know, the A7 Back to the New York Hardcore Roots series has moved. Sunday matinees are back on the Bowery, kids. Come on now. We're back out on the Bowery. Let me clear all this stuff. There you go. Next, the next one is Sunday, September 12th at the Bowery Electric. Sunday matinees on the Bowery with Fang, Antidote NYHC. Ooh, drama. Oh, God, let it go, man. Fang, Antidote NYHC, The Last Stand, The Ice Cold Killers, Ionis, and Nothing But Enemies. The show is free. If it's free, it's for me. Come on down. Show some support, you friggin' bums. It's also the last day before the mandatory vaccine thing. So whether you're vaccinated or not, come down to the show. You can always, yeah. So come on, don't be scared. What else? I think we're good. We're good on that. I think we covered it. All right. Everybody else, let's continue in our quest. Let's clear the deck. Let me get rid of all this stuff. Everybody else. Billy, shout me out. Hold on. Let me do. What?
Because you're shouting out all your fucking Patreon members. I fucking pay every month for you because I support your ass.
No,
shout
you
me
can,
out,
no,
motherfucker.
you fucking, so you can lurk and give me a hard time about my shit. That's the only reason you're one of my patrons, bro.
Did I give you any shit? No, I watch it because it's entertaining. It's fucking great. You're a broadcaster, dude. You're a fucking showman. It's great. I enjoy it.
Don't make me cry, bro. Only a couple people have been. Hold on. Let's bring Bobby back on.
I do have OnlyFans, and get on there before they kick me off from doing all the nude shit.
Don't make me. Don't make me cry. I've cried.
Hey, say
on
hi
the
to Henry
show a
for me,
couple
will you?
times. Mike Judge made me cry. Mike Graves made me cry. You know.
You're making me cry, Joe.
Don't make me cry. Hey, where's Sid the Kid, man? Here we go. Hey, Sid, what's up?
What's up, guys? What's
How
going
you
on,
doing?
everybody?
What's up, Sid?
D-Lux, what's going
What
on,
up?
bro? What's going on, Billy? What's up, Bobby?
How you doing?
Hey,
I'm just surprised Bobby's on here with better Wi-Fi than Craig ahead.
all right. Well,
Yeah, I only got dropped off like 5 fucking times already.
if
That's
anybody drops off, just sign back on. That's all.
But hey,
Fine.
Because Craig Ahead lives in a bunker.
but it's still better
right.
than Craig.
Yeah.
regardless.
Craig Ahead lives in a bunker, awaiting the the feds to come up the road after him, the government. So
Smart man.
right.
Bunker is where it's at. That's where I am right now. I'm in a bunker.
Yeah. Hey, let's do record of the week with Sid the Kid. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Here we go. Record of the week. Boom. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So Sid, take it away. Let's talk about this. This is a record that resonates with all of us. Lace into it, Sid.
All righty, guys. So, when you think of Brooklyn bands in the 80s, what comes to mind besides our guest today? If you guess Carnivore, you're close, but not exactly. And obviously, this is Typo Negative's third studio released album entitled Bloody Kisses, which I believe was recorded at System 2 Studios in Brooklyn in early 1993, and then later released on August 17th of the same year by Roadrunner Records. Josh Silver and Pete Steele produced the album. John Wadsworth did the photography for the majority of, with the release of this. And the actual cover itself, I believe, was taken by Jeff Kitts, who was credited for that work. I mean, we can't forget also the Brooklyn Philharmonic Orchestra for actually doing some of the arrangements on this album, as well as the Benson Hoist Lesbian Choir. Now, if you want to know about that, you can Google that yourself and find out what the hell was going on with that. But, even the guys from Life of Agony got in on this doing backing vocals as well. So it shows you how instilled and how Brooklyn this album is. Bloody Kisses is considered a standout album when it comes to the gothic metal genre at the time, and is saturated with complex patterns of sound, especially with some of the sexual symbolism and humor in it. And obviously, if you know these guys personally, it was mostly a joke. Some people thought of it as something else. When you hear titles such as We Hate Everyone and Christian Women, there was some tongue in cheek. You really couldn't put a fix on them unless you knew them personally. As Drew did mention, and especially with this album, many a time, he in Paris did Black #1, and when the video came out, band fucking hated it. They weren't all about it, but when this was starting to hit left and right on MTV, they changed their tune pretty quick. And even me, I'll be honest, I was never really the biggest Typo fan, but I was always in the Carnivore. It took me a long time to really get into this band, and now, as a lot of us are getting older, this album pretty much is a really good record. Mainly, Bloody Kisses, the just being ironically with that 90s style, it breathed new life into the gothic, metal genre at that time, and actually does so today.
They just released pictures of like outtakes from the girls on the cover, and
Is that right?
fucking I just saw it the other day. It's fucking some great shots.
Yeah, this was.
Yo.
Let's delve into this a little bit.
Yo,
Go ahead,
nothing wrong.
Bobby. Bobby, tell us a little bit about this and maybe about Pete, and go ahead.
Well, it's great that you said like this 90s sound. That's pretty cool because none of us knew what we were doing back then as far as making a sound. We were just doing what we were doing, and it became the sound. Like, Pete was doing his own thing, man. You know what I mean? Breaking out into Typo Negative was so admirable to watch him do that, going from Carnivore. And, just watching how music was evolving. If you look back, everything was evolving back then, and all these sounds were happening. Life Agony came up, you know what I mean? And, like, I got to say something, man. There would be no Urban Discipline if it wasn't for bands before us. Like, I got to name Warzone, Agnostic Front, Chrome Eggs, Sick of It All, Murphy's Law, Bad Brains. You know what I mean? Like, those were the bands that, Carnivore, those were the bands that made us want to play live. We just wanted to play live. Drew Stone, you came in with the vision, with the video. We didn't have that. We didn't know what the hell that looked like. We didn't know what we looked like. We just got on stage. You had the vision. You know what I mean? Bands like Pete, Typo and stuff, they started making videos. We were making videos. Like, stuff started escalating and just growing a little bit. I just feel like I have to say something about that. You know what I mean? Like, all those bands, they really helped. They pushed Biohazard, Sheer Terror.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Sheer Terror, we wouldn't never came up with a certain riff. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the way it goes. You know what I'm saying? But Pete Steele, he was definitely a big part of our influence, not only because the Carnivore was influenced by us, but because he changed his whole direction with his new band, with all the guys, Kenny and Johnny and Josh, you know what I mean? And that was like fucking inspiring, that was great back then.
Danny, any take on that?
I always, I've said it before, but I just always felt like there was a lot of luck involved in what we did. And part of that was we were lucky to be like in a around a bunch of other musicians that were so incredibly talented and guys with this great vision. And I mean, we were around like everybody Bobby just said, we existed in a time, we were coming up in a time where all these bands, existed and were doing their best work, and we were able to see all that stuff. We were lucky, man. We were lucky to be able to absorb, the influence of all these other bands, every band Bobby just mentioned. And I mean, Typo Negative, of course, watching them, I mean, we saw them as Carnivore and watched the evolution, Pete's evolution to bring Typo Negative something new, that was so inspirational for us at the time. We were all asking questions. I remember when they first started, they had a different name. They were called Repulsion. And, you remember that, Bobby?
Yeah, Repulsion.
And I remember we all went together to the first show.
Well, Pete, why are you called Repulsion? Well, we're pretty repulsive.
But I remember they did their first show at Lamour's. And I remember when we were there, everybody was expecting like a carnivore type show or whatever, and it was totally different. You know, Josh, the keyboards, everything was totally different, and it was kind of like Pete was like pushing. They were kind of pushing people to evolve a little bit.
Sal was playing drums.
Yeah, Sal, of course, was a huge part of the band, but they were definitely ahead of their time, and you know, we always respected, you know, the bands and the artists that we came up with. You know, Typo Negative, Life of Agony. And then the guys that came before us, like Bobby said, if it wasn't for Agnostic Front and Chrome Mags and Murphy's Law and Bad Brains and Carnivore and everybody at Sheer Terror especially, you know, Biohazard wouldn't have been a band, because, I mean, we used to sit in the car and listen to those bands and then go to rehearsal. We would get psyched and then go to rehearsal and be like, oh, this is the best, man. Let's just do what we just heard and, you know, make something on that level. That was our whole goal. Like, I remember, you know, us having conversations like, yo, one day we're going to make a record as great as Sheer Terror Just Can't Hate Enough, or as great as, you know, Carnivore Retaliation. That's all we wanted to do. That's all we wanted.
Don't forget, Sheer Terror was also label mates with us on the first record.
Oh, really?
We ruined their career along with ours with Maze Records.
Also, we got to give a shout out to Toxemia too, fellow Negative Night members, Bob DC and the boys. Yeah, so the other thing too, guys, I remember we used to rehearse at Ace London. Sal opened up a place down the street from Ace London on Quentin Road, and Typo Negative was rehearsing there. And we went over one night after rehearsal, and we listened to them, and then after we were hanging out drinking beers out in front on the street, and Pete said, "What do you think?" And we were like, "Yeah, it's kind of slow, you know. How are people gonna dance to it?" And Pete said, "Maybe they'll do something different." And that motherfucker was right. They were onto something new and different, and he didn't give a fuck. He already accomplished everything he wanted to in the aggressive side with Carnivore, but Repulsion was out with something new and different, and eventually it became Typo Negative.
That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons we had confidence to be ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, instead of playing heavy metal guitar riffs like chugging, we'd be like with open chords. Like, we try and do different things because why not? Like, why be like somebody else? You know what I'm saying? So, like, Pete was definitely an inspiration for that. He was part of everything, man. Like, you know, like we said before, like, he told us we should just be the symbol. Like,
well, is it true?
That was way before Prince or any of that shit. He just said, "Yo, be the symbol." And we're like,
the glyph.
All right,
Be
what
the
the fuck
glyph.
are you talking about? Be the symbol. We'll be the name.
Didn't Pete Steele? Is it true, Danny? Well, no, I guess it's more of a Bobby question. Didn't Pete Steele name Biohazard?
Yeah, that was the whole thing. Like, we were like, you know, back and forth, right, Billy? We were back and forth talking to him. Like, he's listening to it. We were jamming at the same studio and shit. He's like,
this is a funny, crazy
he
story.
He had a fucking laboratory safety catalog in his house. Don't ask me why. Like, if you worked in a fucking government laboratory and you needed supplies, you had this catalog, like fucking suits with for radiation and shit like that. And right, what?
Yeah, 100%. But it gets deeper and funnier. He shows us the catalog and he says in his fucking super deep voice, the Green Giant voice, "You guys should call yourself this." And he shows us the logo, but don't go with the name. Just use the logo. And we thought it was great. So it went on the list, but we didn't decide until we were fucking sitting around a table at the fucking dingy house. It wasn't dingy house. It was Evan and Neil's apartment. And guys, I've been only told this story over the past couple of years because I don't give a fuck anymore. But we were smoking fucking crack, and we fucking had a list of names. Evan says to me, "What do you think? What names?" And we're going down the list, and I'm holding the fucking stem. I'm like, "Yeah, let's go with Biohazard." And that's when our fucking lives changed forever over a fucking piece of fucking crack.
From a hit of crack.
I can't believe I didn't get a chance to smoke crack with you, bro, back then.
Yeah,
you missed out.
I missed out. I was busy in Manhattan smoking crack at the time.
Oh, God.
How do you do you tell that story and tell your kids, yeah, you know, I smoked crack and it changed my life for good?
Well, you know how I tell. Yeah.
Just did.
How do you lie to your kids and say that you never smoked crack?
You just told them.
How do you lie to your kids and say you never smoked crack, bro?
I don't.
Hey, let me-
They don't even know about it.
Yeah. Let me say.
Do now.
Daddy,
now.
is it true that Daddy? Someone told me that you were on some guy Drew Stone's show and you were talking about smoking crack. You know?
Hey, man.
The other guys. Hey, it was the other guy, not me.
All the cool kids were doing it back then. You know what I'm saying?
Blame it on me, bro. It's
Yeah,
okay. I did a lot of fucked up shit.
I gotta go to work tomorrow. All right, easy.
Yeah, easy.
Hey, I want to say this. Mark Tolt says that video for Black #1 blew my mind when I saw it the first time. And Bobby mentioned the videos and that type of thing. I just want to say I want to shout out a couple people. First off, I got to shout out Paris Mayhew, who from the Cro-Mags. He directed the videos that we did in that era. He directed the Typo Negative Black #1 video. That's the gold record that's hanging above me. That was presented to me by the record label. Paris Mayhew had a great vision of these things, and I had the ability to execute that vision and make it happen through my production company, Stone Films NYC. And that's how it worked. And together we did the Typo Negative Black #1 video, and we did Biohazard Punishment, Shades of Grey, Tales from the Hard Side, King's X, and and on and on. The other person I want to shout out, and since we're talking about that Bloody Kisses record, I gotta shout out Sal, who plays drums. I loved Sal's drumming on that record, and for me, when Sal left Typo Negative, something shifted there. I'm not saying it was better or worse, but I loved when Sal was in Typo, and I loved the pocket that he played in. So yeah, that's sort of my. I just wanted to point that out. Sid, thanks, Sid.
Wait a minute, Drew, let's add to that. Biohazard got to add to that. Fucking Paris Mayhew. Okay, you guys, like I said before, all we knew how to do was play live. That's all we wanted to do. That's all we wrote the music for. The only thing the only vision we had when we were in the rehearsal studio was pretending we were looking at the audience. And we get on stage and do our fucking thing. That's as far as our brain will go. And maybe one day we get to play certain clubs we dreamed of playing. But you guys come up to us with this thing called a fucking video treatment. And we're like, what the hell's that? We don't know what that is. So you had this vision of putting us on video, which helped us move to the next level beyond anything we thought we were going to do. So Paris Mayhew and Drew Stone, you guys were brilliant in your way, and you had your own vision, and I'm glad we were part of what you were doing, because you were going to climb with or without us, because you were working with all these other bands too. So I'm just glad we all got to do it on the same page. And then, of course, get the punishment, but you got to say what's up to Ricky Rackman.
We'll get to that. Hey, Sid, what's going on with your show? And thank you.
Well, as usual, I'm going to be doing yet another episode coming up this Wednesday. Go over to mixlr.com/SDK sound system. You can download the app for it on your Android, iOS, all that fun shit. I've been getting a bunch of new stuff. Bands have actually been submitting stuff. Been listening to a lot of overseas stuff from Europe that is blowing my mind. I can't wait to play it on the show this Wednesday.
Okay.
And wait, Drew, it is Shout Out Sunday. I just realized that too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Humongous shout out, and I know she's probably not watching, but I'll get back to her because we'll probably see her this Friday over at this Saturday over to Kingsland with the Take. Happy birthday, Christina! And I know you're doing it big, even though it's a freaking monsoon outside, wherever you may be. But hope your day's going well.
All right, Sid. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. I'm enjoying as much as everybody else is. I want to hear all these answers to the rest of the questions. I'm dying to hear them.
Hey, speaking of which, here's the man himself, Paris Mayhew, chiming in. I'm proud to have been a part of it too. It was a great time, not just a band, a movement. And absolutely, just to reiterate, Paris Mayhew had an incredible vision with these music videos that we did. Paris Mayhew directed these music videos. I produced them through my company, Stone Films NYHC, and we were a great team for a while there and did a lot of great work together. And so let's talk a little bit about the videos, and let's start with let's start with this one, man. Well, this is the one that started. This is the one that kicked it off, and right here, boom. So let me explain what this is. This is an outtake. People have seen this photo. It just so happens I have the whole roll of film. There's like 30 of these pictures, but this is a never before seen outtake of this shoot. This is from the Punishment video, the part that we shot at 3G's stage on the Upper West Side. The stuff in the black and in the white and all that was shot at 3G's, and then of course we did all the stuff coming over the Brooklyn Bridge. And I just want to
Brooklyn Navy Yard.
No, it was over the Brooklyn. Was on the Brooklyn
Yeah,
Bridge.
and then we did shots at the Brooklyn Navy Yard.
No, not for that video. I don't think so. Did we?
Yeah, remember the fucking graffiti bomb and shit?
No, that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That was MQ and fucking.
Yeah.
Isaac and fucking.
Right. Oh, there you go. And then in this photo, Danny, can you just shout a couple people out in this photo?
I mean, everybody's in that picture, aside from us and Paris and you, Beer Truck, we got Randy, we got Tommy, Roger, Minus, Kevin, Bulldoze, Isaac, Saab, rest in peace, Zowie, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Young Freddie Madball, Nog, Roy, John, Boston John is in there.
Yeah.
There was more people there too. But that's an amazing photo, man. Every time I look at that, it's amazing to me. That's an incredible picture.
Yo, whose dogs were those?
Was that Roger's dogs?
Yeah, one of them bit me in the ass when we were filming. I was playing my guitar and shit, and I got a bite in the ass. I'm like, oh, fuck. I was moving around too much, man. The dog got nervous.
That's fucking funny.
Beautiful dogs. Beautiful.
What else do I have from that? What else do I have from that? Oh, here's another one. Here's the one. Is this the one that? This might be the one that everybody knows. I think this.
Wait a second. My wife just piped in and told me that dog's name was Pork Chop.
Oh shit! Pork Chop. Yeah.
Pork Chop. That was Pork Chop. I don't know whose dog that was.
This is the shot that everybody knows and loves. I think this is.
Look at fucking Saab, bro.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah. Crazy.
Rest in peace.
Wow. Yep. So let's So this video.
Billy.
Yeah, he'll be back. They always come back, bro.
They always come back.
I don't even stress it anymore. When I did like about the first 100 shows, when something would happen, I would stress out. Now I'm like, whatever. Or as Vinny Stigma would say, whatever.
Whatever.
So the video for the song Punishment became the most played video in the history of MTV's Headbangers Ball.
Yeah. Is that real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
This is real, man. So could you talk a little bit, Danny, about kind of Ricky and Ricky Rackman and how he sort of, took to it and how you guys went on that run with that video?
Well, the thing with the Punishment video really started because of fucking what was it called? The cartoon show.
Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead.
Butthead, because there was that episode when like Beavis is, look at him, he's jumping off stage, he's so angry, I hate my life, the Beavis and Butthead thing really set off the the Punishment video. You know, that's what got it playing. And then, of course, Ricky Rackman was the host of Headbangers Ball back then. And Ricky was just like a supporter of the band. You know, I mean, we played his club in L.A. a few times, you know, like way early on. But he was just like a great guy. And he
loved you guys.
He was a supporter. Like bands that he liked, he put them on. And that was what he did for us. I mean, he would play us all the time, invited us. I mean, Bobby, how many times did we go on Headbangers Ball? Ricky used to invite us on, you know, and just like, come on down to the show. I want you guys on the show. It was just amazing
great
to have a supporter like him. You know, at the time, he was so influential and important, you know, because the guy was on TV every week. But the Beavis and Butthead thing was just huge. You know, that was huge.
14. The name, just to answer that, the name of his club wasn't that the Cat House?
Cat House.
Yeah.
Right.
Cat House, LA. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. Oh, hi. You're back.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, Billy, how you doing, man?
Oh, we got a new camera angle too.
Oh. Hey, here. Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, wait a second.
I'm in Hollywood, Bill.
Hey. So, all right. So.
How you doing?
Hey, you don't want me? I'll leave. You want me to go? Go.
Have your agent call my agent, huh? Hey, Billy, we were talking a little bit about Ricky Rackman and the video. I remember it as doing 14 weeks in a row on Headbangers Ball. Any recollections of that punishment run on Headbangers Ball, Billy?
Yeah, of course. I was just with Ricky Rackman not too long ago. Fucking great dude. He mad supporter, and he. Anyways, that shit. I think that a lot had to do with it. We were blowing up in New York in the underground. The music industry bet against Biohazard, if you guys remember that. And fucking when Nancy and she was the producer of the show of Headbangers Ball.
Yeah, Nancy.
Spongin. Nancy.
She's the girl that had a soft spot for Dominic.
Super cool. So we were friends, and she fucking loved Biohazard.
Yes,
and she started fucking. She gave us a fucking shot, and people liked it. They called in, and they gave us another shot, and it kept going like that. And then the shit really took off when Beavis and Butthead picked up on it. Beavis and Butthead came up maybe like 6 months, a year later, but they fucking love Biohazard. And the two cartoon dudes, helped us reach a lot of fucking people and sold a lot of records because of it. But Ricky loved the band. It was at a time when there's a shift, and I think for a hot minute, heavy music between the glory days of like the hair metal that was dominant on Headbangers Ball, because Headbangers Ball, they didn't really. It was only the last half hour where they played the heavy shit. Most of the stuff was before was like the softer stuff, but and then they took it off the air, and fucking metal, it was fucking done. It was grunge that took over. They started with the other show. Matt Pinfield had it, and
what was that? 120 minutes.
120 minutes.
Yeah.
No, 120 minutes they had already, but it was
what
another.
Was it? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But and I remember the label Warner Brothers fired everybody that was at the label when we signed to the label was fucking gone, and they closed the fucking metal department. It was over. Metal was a bad fucking word in the industry, but we were lucky enough to have a successful career that started off when shit was good before MP3s came out and everybody got ripped off.
Hey, another good hard shout out here. When we're talking about the videos and Ricky Rackman was Vanessa Warwick. Vanessa Warwick. Yeah. In Europe, that was Ricky's wife, right? Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky Warwick.
Yeah, she loved you guys, and she really pushed for those videos in Europe, man. She was
great
awesome.
people, man. Good people.
She was good people. She was real nice, and Ricky was real great.
You guys remember talking to Scott Koenig and telling Scott, because Scott never believed in us in Europe. He was always focused on the States. God love him. God bless him. Great fucking dude. Our manager for the first half of our career. But Scott, we had to convince Scott. We were like, yo, shit's blowing up in Europe. You got to see it over there. He was, yeah, we got to focus on America. This is our country. We're like, yeah, of course, we love America, but shit's blowing up in Europe. You got to see it. And he finally fucking came out, and he was blown the fuck away. He was like, wow, it's a different world out here. We're like, yep.
But by the way, Vanessa is a real estate agent in London, and she's still hot as fuck. Of course, Vanessa interviewed you guys at Donington. Yep, that is that was.
Was that the one where we got thrown off?
Yeah, I think so. Chaos.
No, Bobby. She interviewed us at
Dynamo
first. Yep.
Well, we got thrown off at Donington.
Yep.
Pretty proud of that shit.
Remember that?
Yeah, we were like the only band to get thrown off.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still paying for the damage too.
Yeah. Here's one. Here's one of us from back in the day. Wait, and I have another.
Wow,
one.
look at that.
Who'd you crop out of that picture? Who'd you do that?
Wait, shut up a second, will you? Stop it.
You can show Evan.
Wait, hold on.
You crop Evan on the photo. Show him.
Yeah.
All right.
How's that?
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Listen, he wasn't in that shot, bro. Here's one that he was in. All right.
Notice everybody's got a beeper.
Yeah, those are the beep. Those were.
Yeah, you see the beeper? Yeah.
I got mine too.
See, Billy.
Sky pager. I had
Billy?
800 number.
The sky.
See, Billy,
pager.
you and me were friends once, Billy. We can be friends again. You know.
I'm waiting for my check from your Patreon, motherfucker.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Look at those locks. Yeah. Everybody had long hair, man.
That's a great shot.
Not me.
Yeah. Not you, Bobby. You cut your hair right before that. You know.
Yeah.
No, way before.
Yeah. That's when Bobby had the bones around his neck. You know.
Yeah.
Wearing the teeth of his enemies around his neck.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Predator, like Predator, right?
Yeah, motherfucker.
Oh shit! Hold on. Let's let me see. What else do I have here? That
Still got it on now. Look at him. He's still got it around his neck now.
No, that's nice.
All right, you got the Cuban
That's nice.
Yeah, the Cuban
The
link.
teeth were nice.
Oh wait, one last one. One last one from that ever classic photo session.
Yeah, spelling out Drew.
What the fuck?
Drew. Holy shit.
No, hold on, guys. You got to give a backstory because we look at a bunch of fucking mooks here. Drew was clean. It was a promo for your party, bro, and we were proud that you were fucking got your shit together. That's why we were celebrating your sobriety.
Yeah. Yep. That
We were hanging out.
Listen,
Yep.
Good times. Good
My
times.
sobriety took a couple of bumps on the road, and unfortunately, you guys were around for some of the bumps. But I'm clean and sober almost 13 years now, and that's what matters, man.
Fantastic.
And
Oh, Drew.
I did some damage out there, and I'm not proud of it, but it's been a long time, and we're moving ahead. We're moving ahead to the future. Let's talk.
Yep.
And on a brighter note, let's talk about this. Boom. This is this was shooting the Shades of Grey video, and this was at the Academy. Any recollection, Bobby?
Yeah, big time. Fuck yeah. It was nuts.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like it wasn't our video, it was their video. They took the stage, we had to move in and out between everybody. It was they took over. Everybody took over, man. It was their fucking video. And that's what it should have been back then.
Was this for Slam or for Judgment Night? This is
Shades
Slam,
of
right?
Grey.
No. This was Shades of Grey and Biohazard and Onyx.
No, yeah, this was the night at the Academy. We shot the video and then we played the show.
Yeah.
And we brought Onyx out on stage with us.
Yep.
That's right. And we
And
did
fucking-
Slam. Remember
Yeah,
those dudes
man.
showed up with fucking vests? You remember that?
Yeah. I have
They
the
were wearing
picture.
fucking vests.
Hold
And
on.
I was like, what are you wearing fucking vests for? You guys don't need to wear vests. Like, yo, your crowd's fucking crazy. I'm like, our crowd ain't crazy. The hip hop shows everybody's getting shot. The hardcore scene is fucking unity. It's all cool. Like, no. We're gonna play and we're gonna be out. We don't want to stick around with
Yeah,
you
but
crazy.
yo, look, guys, for real. Like, remember, us doing this thing with Onyx back then wasn't exactly normal, and it wasn't exactly accepted. And when we brought them out on stage, we kind of were a little nervous of how the crowd was gonna react. And I remember looking across the stage at Evan, and we're looking at each other like, yo, it's working, man. It's going good, man. Holy shit, this is great. And we're playing, and Onyx is just doing their thing. And, you know, there was that brief moment of the first few bars of the song or whatever where we didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. Because nobody ever did this before. You know, we were crossing fucking these crazy genres here, and it worked out. You know, it wasn't a guarantee that was going to go off good.
Hey, shouting out Ezak.
Ezak, what's up, bro?
Yo, Ezak.
Ezak's got a new record out. Go get it.
Ezak
was just on the what's that big podcast he just did with that Adam guy. What's it called? That big podcast he just did. I just watched it. It was great. What's it called? I can't remember the friggin' name now. Ezak, what's the name of the podcast you were just on?
All right. Hold on. I got the big Ezak right here. Hold on. The big Ezak. I got the great Ezak.
No jumper. No jumper. That's it. No jumper. Check no jumper.
Here is the great Biohazard Ezak Drew Stone during the actual making of the Slam video in Compton, California. What's up? How about that, bro?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's me minus Toby, Ezak,
Toby,
Bobby, and Evan.
And Toby, yeah. Toby,
Yep.
yep. Look at that lowrider, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
you
that
guys must
shit
have played
bouncing?
that neighborhood.
Remember that? Remember, yo, it was like out in Compton. We were like
Yeah.
all the way fucking
It
out
was
in
right
Compton.
on the borderline street, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Yeah. It was like fucking pretty crazy that we even did that.
Hold on. Here's another
You must
one.
have brightened up that fucking neighborhood.
Wait, this
Who
is
the fuck are these guys?
White boys. Here's one
Yep.
of me. Here's this one has never been seen before. It's me, and then behind the car is Fredro from Onyx, and then Bobby. That's you all the way in the background.
What am I doing? Taking a leak? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
you're just like, yo, I hope, you know.
Hanging out in Compton.
Yeah.
Long way from Brooklyn.
Yeah, huh?
Wow.
So back to this.
You had the vision, bro. You guys had the vision, man. You doing your thing. You know?
Here you go. Let's talk about this a little bit. Paris Mayhew had vision.
Yep.
I
Oh,
have
yeah.
the ability to execute vision. Paris Mayhew.
You're a hustler.
really-
You're a dream team.
Yeah.
It worked. That's why the shit came off. And everything you did was the same.
Well, that's how we were. You know,
Yep.
each one of us had our own thing, made it work.
I'm trying to get this other picture going. Hold on. Let me
Guys, I got to jump off here in a second. My son's got a super important doctor's appointment we can't miss.
All right. We'll if you got to go, you got to go, and we'll keep going with the other guys. Anything? Give me a couple minutes. Let me know when you got to go, Billy, so we can get your final sort of shout outs and all that. So
Yeah, let's do that now. I got the wife.
all right, go ahead. I hear you have a
Stand me
Patreon page.
I got an OnlyFans. You can get my panties for $5. But my Patreon is a serious thing. It's pretty fucking dope. Something I put a lot of energy into. And I got a series called Tales from the Hard Side, where I go. It was like stories from the road, from our career, doing a lot of awesome shit that we've done. And I was writing a book for years. And I finally sat down and I just told the stories. And they're in video form, but I go off on tangents and they're fucking super interesting. I give away music. I give away insights, little behind the scenes stuff, different things I'm doing now, things that I've done in the past. It's pretty awesome, but it's my patreon.com/Billy Biohazard. Super psyched about it. I got new Power Flow coming out. We got new Biohazard Urban Discipline being re-released with a new song that's never been released before. It's fucking badass. Get on that fucking pre-order right now. And like I said, new Billy Bio and new Powerful coming out this year. Guys, I'm sorry I got to go, but my son, he needs me. I got to be there for him.
All right. Hey, listen, we'll talk soon. And you have a nice way of slipping out before the hard questions come, bro. I'll give you that.
Hard questions. There's nothing hard. You can't shake me. Guys, it was really awesome seeing you. On a personal note, I miss each and one of you guys so much. Let's do Biohazard again for real. Drew, we'll let you come along to videotape it.
Call me, Joey.
Truth. I will, Bobby. Drew, great to see you, brother. Seriously, love you guys.
Yeah, answer
Thanks,
my
guys.
fucking phone. Answer my fucking phone call when I call next time.
Yeah, answer the fucking phone.
Hey, listen, don't get it screwed up. I love you, bro.
Here's my son. Will, say hi. This is little Biohazard growing right here.
All right. What's up, bro?
Well,
All right. Hey, listen, get off the show. We want to talk shit about you. Talk to you later.
All right, come talk shit. There you go.
Listen, man. You know what you guys need? You know what you motherfuckers need? You need me. That's what you need. You want to get this Biohazard shit back together? Put this motherfucker on the payroll right here. I'll make it happen in fucking. I'll make that shit happen in fucking 5 hours, bro. Fucking guys. All right. Let's do this. You know what? While we're at it, I got to do it, Danny. It's my favorite fucking picture from being on tour with you guys back in the day. It's Drew Stone and Danny Schuler at the Louvre in Paris.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
wow.
Yep.
I'm rocking the brown sweatshirt.
How about that look with the wallet? Look, I'm wearing, I think of those Converse I'm wearing. Those were dope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, think about how different the fucking world was then.
The chain, remember the chain?
I still got that wallet, man.
Really?
Yo, Drew.
Yeah.
This chain,
Yeah, right.
I still got mine.
It's still.
I gotta have it.
Yeah.
Security thing.
I've
Now-
upgraded slightly since then, but not much.
Yeah, not much.
Not much.
Let me do this real quick. God, these fucking pictures are great. Hey, let's do this. Let me do my last sponsor shout outs, and let's come back and let's take questions from around the world, okay?
Yeah.
We'll see you in a minute. Well, there you go. Shots fired. Yep. These rock bands are funny, right? You know what I mean? You know what you need? I'll get you guys on the road in 5 motherfucking minutes. Shit. Fuck you think I'm doing here? Huh? This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. And we are sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, The Organic Grill, The Texas Silver Rush, Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards, DTFM, Vinyl Distro, Chacho's Tacos, and since 1992, Generation Records has been a mainstay of the New York metropolitan area music scene. Today, they offer a diverse selection of new and used rock, jazz, indie, hip-hop, punk, hardcore, metal, blues, soundtrack, and reggae LPs, as well as T-shirts, posters, and other merchandise. They buy used record collections and music memorabilia and pay you top dollar for them. House calls made for large collections in the tri-state area. Call or email generationrecords@gmail.com and follow them on Facebook or on Instagram. Also, lest we forget, New York Hardcore Comics opened in 2013, selling comic books, punk rock, and hardcore memorabilia, toys, statues, skateboard decks, tapes, vinyl, and all things horror. We love helping bands push their crappy demos and new tracks, so please stop by and drop off your shitty music. We have in-store events like Magic the Gathering and Warhammer tournaments, plus meet and greets with bands and some live performances. Open 7 days a week and shipping worldwide. Find us online through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and eBay. Located at 117 Main Street in Dobbs Ferry, New York. NewYorkHardcoreComics.com. That said, is everybody behaving themselves? Are we ready to take some questions? Post your questions. Don't be scared. These guys are willing to answer anything. Except for, when's Biohazard getting back together? Where is Evan Seinfeld? I'm just kidding. Whatever you want, throw it in there. Where are you going, Steven? You going somewhere?
I'm not going anywhere. I was just, I know that sometimes I lose you at the end of the day here. I'm not going anywhere. I just want to.
Don't put us in the dark today.
All right, hold on. Let's bring on. We'll get the guys back on. Let's bring on Danny and let's bring on Bat. I know you guys.
Don't make me get Jews that rock out.
Yeah, Danny.
Danny.
Hey, Bobby. Yeah, you there?
Bobby's got a hooker in there.
Yo, what?
Hey, some friends want to say hello. Rat Bones, you want to say hi?
What, guys?
What's up, Rat Bones?
What a ride! What a ride!
Rat Bones.
Yeah, man. Hey, Rat Bones. The first time I met you, Rat Bones, was at a Biohazard show. Do you remember where that was?
Probably Fast Lane.
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
Wait, Jersey?
Yeah, it was when Biohazard, you were out with Sick of It All, and you played. Remember that place, the Fast Lane in Jersey?
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Yo, we played there with the Icemen.
Yeah.
And Social Decay.
Oh.
Yeah, my friends.
Yeah.
Remember the
I
Icemen?
gotta say, will you let me say my thing, Drew?
Say your thing. Go ahead. Say your thing. Go say your thing.
I gotta say, Biohazard, when you guys broke, I mean, reminiscing is always great on the show because it takes you right back to a friend of mine in Detroit. Literally called me on the telephone when that, the first one dropped, and he's like, "Yo, Rat Bones, you gotta listen to this, man." And that, yo, when I heard that shit and it dropped, yo, it's like you guys just took it to that next level, man. It like the way Bobby said, no one even knew what was going on in a way. Like it changed the game because punk rockers didn't like metal. It was like get your heavy metal out of my punk rock peanut butter back then.
Exactly.
Like, the lines were more drawn. So, but we knew what time of day it was. I mean, I'll admit it. I was a fanboy. I think I used to come up early and like try to gift you guys posters, and I loved you guys, man. I really supported what you were about. It was a different direction. It was thug core, but it was real core. It wasn't like just tough for being the sake of being tough. It was a totally different attitude coming. So.
Well, you remember how it was back then, man. I mean, you couldn't be fake. If you were going to step up at CBs and play, and get into the whole scene, you couldn't do anything fake, man. You know what I mean? It was like you had rock and roll where everybody's wearing costumes and had fucking pyro and like big shows and light shows and all that shit. And then you had hardcore music where nobody gave a fuck what you look like or what you know what I mean? As long as you were real and true and you had a message and you were just being real, then you were accepted. But as soon as you were fake, people come right up to you in the audience and be like, fuck you, you're fake. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it was like
Stonewall.
It was, that's what made Biohazard was we were influenced, me and Danny were influenced by Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, fucking Black Sabbath, you know what I mean? All these great bands. But learning how to be a band and play live came from hardcore. That's where it came from. Whether or not you want to call us traditional hardcore or not, we learned everything from hardcore, from that attitude, from being on stage and being yourself. You know what I'm saying? And guys like you were the scene. You guys came up, you hung out, you let us know how the scene was. We learned from you. You know what I mean? We were doing our thing, but we were learning what was cool on the streets from guys like you.
Biohazard and Propane at the Academy, bro.
Yeah.
Not Propane.
Oh, shit.
Was it House of Pain? House of Pain and Biohazard at the Academy.
No. It was
House of Pain was at the Palladium.
Dog Eat Dog. There was Biohazard, Onyx, Dog Eat Dog, and like Clutch or something.
Yeah.
I think House of Pain was the Palladium.
Biohazard, I think, man.
We played House of Pain, the Palladium, and I think Igor from Sepultura jumped in and sang a couple songs.
Hey,
Nick Bullock was on stage.
First, Mike Maney represent. Wow, that's a new addition. Okay, hey, here's one coming in from the one and only Hoya Rock. Ask Danny about hidden track Whale Tooth.
What?
What the fuck? That's your man, bro. What?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yo, we love you, Hoya.
He makes fun of my feet, bro.
Oh, that's. That's
What's
right.
up, Hoya?
Yep.
Yeah, Hoya.
Okay.
Man, respect to Madball, bro.
Yeah. Hey, here's one. Here you go, Bobby. Bobby, where did you learn how to play guitar? You literally one of the only guitarists in New York hardcore that can play good solos. What's your secret?
Secret. I don't think I'm that good, man. First of all. Second of all, I just grew up listening to Sabbath, Zeppelin, and, the main influence would be like, Randy Rhoads, Ozzy Osbourne, them first two albums. Blizzard of Oz, Diary of a Madman. By the way, Randy Rhoads is now in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Let's put that out there.
Yep.
Motherfucker was only in his young 20s when he did them records, bro. The guy was great. All right. He was a kid. Fucking amazing. But I always was into like Jimi Hendrix, man. Jimi Hendrix. Basically, that was it, And then like getting into hardcore wasn't about guitar solos or nothing. But for some reason, right, Danny, we thought like maybe we should hear guitars, not solos, but just guitars in the music, We weren't trying to do a lot of solos. We were just trying to make guitars happen. More of like an effect thing, I guess.
Been a lot faster if you want.
Hey, Danny. Nick Sabbath says it always goes back to Black Sabbath. Let's do the tie-in. What is that? What is that behind you?
Huh?
What's that behind you?
That I waited my whole life for my autographed Paranoid album, Black Sabbath Paranoid. I got a glare on the screen, but yeah, that's my open LP, the Black Sabbath Paranoid, signed by everybody in the band. And you were online in Times Square at the Virgin Megastore together when we got that. I think and there's the picture I sent you.
Yo, he just sent me that picture yesterday. Ozzy, Tony Iommi, and me. And I don't remember. You told me you and me went to this thing.
I saw that picture. Yeah, it was me and you, and that's you shaking hands with Tony Iommi.
that's awesome, bro.
Yeah. Black Sabbath, man.
Yeah, you guys did a fantastic version of After Forever, by the way. Speaking of Sabbath.
That was an honor.
Thank you.
Nativity in Black. It's right behind me. Is
that
the Nativity in Black signed by you?
Yeah, but on that record, I gotta say, Typo's version of Black Sabbath was probably the sickest cover I fucking ever heard. That was great.
That was
that's a great compilation into Nativity in Black.
Yeah, that was Bob Chapati.
Yeah,
Concrete Foundation.
Yep. Yeah. And you remember, I mean, Danny talked about this when he was on the show, but we were doing Paris and I were doing the video for After Forever, and we were at the Concrete Foundations convention, right? And Bill Ward was there, and I called Danny and I said, "Get the fuck down here." You remember that, Bobby? And like,
are you kidding me? There was a shot. There's a video shot of me trying to stand next to Bill Ward. Danny's like, "Get the fuck away! Get away!"
That's in the video. That's in the video.
Yeah, that's in the video.
Yeah, it is in the video.
Let me shout.
And we got Bill Ward jumping.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was jumping. What an honor! What a fucking honor that was, man. That was amazing.
That was awesome. Let me shout out this Urban Discipline reissue here, and let me just read something about it because that's what brought us all together today. This is the. Let me get my paperwork. This is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Run Out Groove is releasing the 2LP 30th Anniversary Deluxe Limited Yellow Flame vinyl edition of Urban Discipline on Tuesday, September 14th. This set, which will feature bonus demo tracks, Business, Urban Discipline, Loss, Black and White and Red All Over, making their debut on vinyl, as well as an exclusive fold-out poster. Each package is individually foil stamped and numbered and contains a fold-out poster. You got any idea what the poster is, Danny or Bobby?
No.
I have no idea. I know nothing about any of this.
You think they're going to give us even a copy, bro?
No. Oh, you're in the band?
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, you're in the
Oh,
band?
I just learned about it here.
I don't know nothing about it. I guess. Yeah, go get it. I don't know.
Go get it.
It'll be
Look it
good.
up.
Hey, listen, here you go. Wait.
Nobody call me.
Yeah, listen, let me just throw this in the mix. All right, here, hold on. Let's just throw this in the mix, huh? There you go. Huh? All right.
Always
there
with
you
the
go.
phone. Always with the phone.
Always with the phone. I'm surprised he took a minute from his Patreon to give us the finger. So
Yeah,
there you go.
that's the picture that you come up every time you call Billy and he doesn't answer. Like, fuck you. I got the phone right here, but I'm not.
Oh man.
He never answers his phone.
Chucky Brown, what's that question, Chucky Brown? Hold on. Where are you, Chucky?
Are we taking questions?
Yeah, we're doing questions now.
I see a lot of questions here.
I don't see
hold
shit.
on. I'm trying to.
Comments on the side here.
Well,
All right,
I
here.
get nothing.
Dale, Bobby, Danny, what really happened at Donington after the plug was pulled on your set? Bobby?
Me? Yeah. Yeah, I I kind of lost my mind, lost my temper. I wrecked the dressing room and shit. Whatever.
We had another show that day. You know, after
right.
Yeah, so we couldn't stay anyway, but it was a friggin' riot. It was like literally we got we got chased out of there.
Yeah.
By security.
We were on stage, Danny, and they fucking cut the power on us because like 200 people stormed the stage. Because we kind of said, fuck the barricades, you know. Come on up. Our stage is your stage. We shouldn't have did that. But that's what we used to do. We used to be, you know, we hated barricades. Back in the day, remember Fishbone used to call us the Barricade Disposal Patrol. We would open for Fishbone. There was a barricade. When they got on stage, there was no barricade. Because we'd have everybody rip it the fuck out. Like, fucking, we hated barricades. We didn't get it. We weren't used to being on big stages and being fucking 30 feet away from people. You know what I'm saying? Like 50 feet away. Man. We wanted to be, you know what I mean? We were a New York hardcore type band. We didn't want to be that far away. It was weird when the crowd was that far away. So we were like, fuck this. Come on stage. Let's go. You know what I mean? And it backfired and they pulled the plug on us. And security came out. I remember I was wrestling one of the security guards. I hit him with my guitar. Fucking, I think I got hit a couple times. I freaked out. I wrecked the dressing room. I remember that. And they put us on MTV in Europe saying that we caused a security nightmare at Donington. And we were pretty proud of that. Fuck them, you know.
Yeah. Hey, Steven, you got anything for the guys?
You know what? I love that you mentioned Sundance earlier, but I got to say, for me, when I think of Biohazard, one of the first thoughts that comes into my head is the Roxy Music Hall in Huntington. And you guys played some unbelievable shows there. And I think that's actually the first time I met Drew was at the Roxy, was because you guys were always kind enough to let me shoot from the side of the stage. And I think Drew and I had first bumped into each other back at the Roxy. And just you, the shows that you guys just tore that place up. And
the Roxy, yeah, that was Frank.
That was Frank Carriola's
club too,
right?
Yep.
Frank
Carriola. Sundance, yeah.
And I
we
just
remember
remember
sick of it all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And just
I remember that.
I just remember the shows being like, it felt like it was 110 degrees. It was just like a giant sweat fest. But you guys just
fucking
so many great memories there. And some of my favorite Biohazard shows were there. That was probably like 92, 93, I'm thinking. And
yeah, it had to be because we only played there maybe 2 times or 3 times back then.
Probably 3.
Yeah, 2-3 times.
Yeah, it was good, man. Yeah. I mean, going out to Long Island was important to us. You know, going out to Jersey, up to Connecticut, all the way to Boston. Like, you know, when we were branching out, it was basically from DC to like Boston, right? And everything in between, Philly and all that. And then we started getting out on the road. You know what I mean? But those were all, that was all like our home territory. Like we tried to hit all that all the time back then. But then when we went on the road, you know, I mean, when we first toured the States, Really? What? Sick of it all?
Probably, yeah.
Danny?
Not the first tour, no.
Wasn't the first tour Exploited?
No, that was 91.
No.
Monkey
First
Pop?
tour in the
Monkey
US
Pop?
was like, no.
No, that was Europe.
No, actually, the first real tour where we went out in the U.S. was with Creator.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And that was like 3 or 4 weeks. And then after that, we toured with a band called, there was a band from Texas. And I can't remember the name of the band. And then like a year later, we did that Sick of It All. It was supposed to be Sheer Terror, Sick of It All, and Biohazard. And Sheer Terror was only on like half of the tour for some reason.
And Type O, right?
Yeah, and then we did, before that, we did the Exploited tour with Typo Negative. They were on most of the tour. Yeah, those are some crazy
Fear
tours.
Factory came out with us too.
Yeah, that was like, living in the van, going out.
Yeah.
Those are crazy times, for sure. A lot of mayhem ensued at those shows. That was a crazy time.
We were representing New York out in like the middle of the country, and they hated us, man. They hated New York.
We didn't know anything. We were just like,
We were like showing up, like, why does everybody hate us, man? Like,
winging it.
crazy.
Yo, hey, Steven. Thank you, Steven. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Thank you, guys.
Rat, you got anything?
I just want to say 2 special shows for me with Biohazard were definitely the Roseland show when you put on everybody had a mini set. Like every New York band made that. I think it was
I got that somewhere.
That was the record release party for State of the World.
That was just the coolest night, and it was like I think you guys were getting really big. You know, people talk shit like, "Oh, they're too big; they ain't gonna remember them." And then you did that, and it kind of. I think that's why you guys. I mean, you became successful for whatever reasons. You know, the stars aligned, but you also did right by your own. You know, and that goes a lot in our scene. And then the other big show I really liked was that Lamour's had the stage in the back, and it was a very short stage, and that might have been a record release too. And I just know I was doing like backflips off the stage and like landing. I mean, it was like the sickest, you know.
Your backflips.
We were in our prime. We were in our prime then, you know. And I'm glad you guys came along. And even though I was doing, you know, assorted other things, you know, hardcore gave us hope beyond our lifestyles, beyond the things we were doing to ourselves. That was that hope that things were going to be all right because me and my friends knew what time of day it was. You know,
it was positive, man. It was positive, bro.
Absolutely. It's
and believe me, man, playing guitar on stage and have motherfuckers bouncing all over, and all of a sudden you come up and do a backflip. What do you think that did to me, bro? It made me just go nuts. Like, you know
Look
what I'm saying?
you did to me.
That whole energy was fucking amazing, man. We were all part of the whole shit.
What you did to me.
It was like,
all right,
a lot of times you look at it like we just happen to be the guys with the instruments, but it was our show, like the whole crowd, you know. So
absolutely.
You know, it was our thing.
Danny Schuler, we're gonna leave that Lucky 13 incident and we'll put it to bed. All right. You remember what happened at Lucky 13.
All right, Rat, I'll talk to you.
I love you, Danny.
What the fuck is that?
Hey, here's a question. Who got into more fights on the Sick of It All Biohazard 93 tour, Isaac or Minus?
I didn't see
anybody get no fights.
It's actually,
I didn't see nothing, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'd say,
Who?
Who?
Yeah. I didn't see nothing.
Nobody got hit.
I didn't see nothing. Let me see what else. Come on. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, well, Biohazard Dog Eat Dog Downset. That was, I remember that one.
Downset.
That was
Larry the Hunter says, I saw Biohazard and Creator at the infamous Airport Music Hall, Mayhem.
Oh, my God. Yeah, well.
Allentown, that's Allentown represent.
Talk about a different world back then, bro.
How about the Exploited tour where you guys got stuck on the border in Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got stories about that.
Yeah.
I got
a lot of stories about that.
I got a shot for for Bobby. He's never seen this, man. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
You ready to have a mind blown, Bobby?
Yeah.
Speaking. All right, here we go. You, me, Waddy, and Sean Kilkenny from Dog Eat Dog.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you remember where this was?
Yeah, the Columbia Hotel in London, England.
Good going.
The bar stayed open until we left. I remember.
Yep. Boy, that was
Look at Waddy, man. He looked great.
Yeah, he did. I think weren't the Babrangs there too? If I remember.
No, they played. Yeah, they played. They were staying there, but they had a gig. They had a gig like really close by. Remember we went, Danny?
Yeah. Bad Brains and Green Day were also there.
we took the Green Day guy with us to the show.
Yeah, we did.
The drummer.
Yep.
I sort of vaguely remember that.
He thought we were crazy.
Then we actually went to see Green Day at the garage, the garage.
Right.
The next night.
Yeah, they were first coming up.
Yeah.
We were all like hanging out.
Remember the time
they were looking at us like, man, you guys are big. And we're like, no. Like, you guys are big. And they're like, nah, man. Whatever.
Do you remember, Danny, do you remember? I think I told that story, the Green Day story about when we went to Warner Brothers Records. Do you remember that story of mine? I tell it on the show. I'll tell it real quick. We were going to Warner Brothers Records, right? I was with you guys, and we were going to Warner Brothers Records in Burbank, right? For the big meeting, and I had the camp. It was like the big thing, right? So we show up in Burbank, and there's a band playing on a flatbed in front of the building, right? Some like bands playing on a flatbed, some like shitty punk band. And I'm like who the fuck is this? They were like, I was like, who the fuck is this? I was thinking, wow, that takes some balls. You pull up, in front of Warner Brothers on a flatbed and you play just to like try to get some attention. Too bad they suck, right? So we go into the meeting and we're sitting there in this meeting and all the Warner Brothers executives are there, and I'm sitting there and in the back, and they're blowing all the smoke, and I say, we're gonna break two bands this year, Biohazard and Green Day. And I was like, Green Day? Who's Green Day? They're like, that band that you saw, the band that was playing in front of the building on the flatbed truck, that was Green Day. And then after the meeting, I remember saying, we were like, oh, if they think they're gonna break that band, you dudes are gonna sell millions. Oh my God.
And then, then fate happens, and
I guess they only broke one of those bands, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
We were laughing. I remember we were laughing, like, they're gonna break that band? Ah!
We were like, they're gonna break us? They ain't gonna break us either.
Green Day took a while. I remember when the Green Day record came out, like it was in circulation like for almost a whole year before, before the thing blew up with their video and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we were young, and I'll speak for myself. I was young, pretty arrogant, and and just boy, we were riding the wave, man.
We were all like that, man. We didn't know.
Time, man.
We were venturing into new territory, like going to Warner Brothers and shit, man. Who the fuck are we? You know what I'm saying? We were Brooklyn guys. And we end up going into the world, the music world with that, in that level. We didn't know it was going to happen.
Yep.
We're really lucky that we got to stay true to ourselves and nobody really got to tell us what the fuck to do. We did our thing, and that's cool.
Let's talk about just Dane. Hey, Drew, Bobby, bro, what was it like working for MTV at Dynamo 95? Were you guys working for MTV? You guys played?
No, they gave us the mic and we were interviewing people.
Oh, listen, you know what I want to touch on? Dynamo 95, man, Biohazard headlining. I mean, in retrospect, that was really a watershed pinnacle moment. Danny, any memories of that?
That festival that year? Yeah. That was like the biggest show you could possibly imagine playing. We talked about it before, but that show was just like we were there like for the whole weekend. It was like I think it was 3 days. Dynamo 1995. It was a 3-day festival in the Netherlands, and it was a Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday. And for some reason, we got there on Friday early because we weren't supposed to play until Sunday. But over the course of the weekend, Friday's show, Saturday's show, the crowd was just getting bigger and bigger every night, and we were like, wow. It's gonna suck Sunday when everybody leaves when we go on stage, because we were actually booked to be the very last band of this tremendous 3-day festival with hundreds of bands playing. We were the last band. We were playing at like 8 o'clock at night on Sunday, and we were like, remember Bobby? We were like, yo, there's gonna be nobody here by the time we go on stage Sunday night. They're all gonna leave because you know how the festivals are in Europe. Everybody's in a camper. They're on their bicycles.
They're fucking passing out on their feet, smoking.
They're intense.
Like,
they're intense. And they're drinking all weekend. And by Sunday, if you ever play a European festival on a Sunday and it's a whole weekend festival, the crowd is shot on Sunday. They're shot. They're leaving. They're going back home, and they've been partying all weekend. They're covered in mud and piss, and they're done. So we knew Sunday, we were like, man, this is going to suck when we play. This is going to suck. But we hung around. We waited. We did that thing with MTV. They had us interviewing some of the bands. It was fun. I had my bicycle with me. We were riding around. We had a lot of friends there. Stigma was there playing with Madball, I saw in the comments there. But I remember Sunday, the vibe was just crazy. I remember waking up in the bus on Sunday and being like, yo, we got to be on stage in like 2 hours. And I remember walking over to the stage to kind of check out what was going on. I think Life of Agony was on.
Now that was the year that was an incredible amount of Roadrunner bands.
Everybody,
right?
yeah.
It was like Life of Agony, Madball, Fear Factory, like on a Sepultura, Nail Bomb, right?
Everybody played. Yeah, I mean, we knew everybody, and everybody played, like the day before we did. Like, we were like, man, Sunday's gonna suck. But I remember walking to the stage about an hour or so before we were supposed to go on. I had just woke up, and I went up there to go take a look at my drums, make sure everything was okay. And it was an ocean of people. Like, I was fully expecting to see, the caravan of people making their way out, because we were in the middle of a giant field in the Netherlands, Yeah. And that wasn't the case. Everybody stayed. And it was like
140,000, 45,000 sold.
And they all stayed for us, thank God. And that was just that show was like one of those shows where, to me, it was just like a blur. Like, there was just so much energy, crazy kinetic energy floating around with all the bands there, the being there the whole weekend, all those friggin' people. It was just like such a crazy thing, and it all culminated with us playing this show. And I remember after the show, me and Bobby grabbed each other. We were like, yo, that sucked. We were terrible. We were terrible. Like, we felt like we blew it. We did. We thought we
Which is how we feel every night.
Well, pretty much. We felt that way every night. Yeah. I remember just like having that discussion in the van afterwards. We were like sitting in the van, and I was like, yo, we sucked tonight. We blew it. That was like the biggest show we ever did in our career, and we sucked. And then like a month later, we had a day off in a hotel somewhere in Hamburg or something, and the thing comes on MTV. And I'm like, oh, no, they're going to show our friggin' horrible show on MTV. They show all the other bands. All the other bands sounded amazing.
I found it.
There you go.
Woo!
That was it. That was it. It's out there forever now. So whatever. But amazing. That was it. When I look back now, that was
I heard some shit about that.
I remember people saying it took them like hours and hours. It was like took 7 hours to get out of that place.
Yeah.
Yo, there was
Chris Contos. Did Machine Head play that day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, they did.
Yeah, I came out on stage and sang a song with Machine Head, a Chromax song.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Times. Yeah.
That was a great honor.
Yeah, that was that.
But yo, there was a police report issued that I found out about over a decade later, being back in Holland. There was some kind of small police report issued that they were concerned during that show that there were unswept landmines or undetonated bombs from World War II still in that field. And they were worried about the people jumping, the massive crowd bouncing.
Wow.
The police actually issued a report. You can look that up.
Yeah, I
It was
heard
in
that.
Holland. They were concerned that they didn't know that many people would be jumping up and down. They knew there was going to be a lot of people, but not jumping. So
Wow.
the police said something about they were concerned because a lot of those open fields in Europe at the time was still undetected with things that didn't go off since the war,
I remember, wait, it's, you know what? Hold on a second. Here it is. These are my Biohazard laminates from, my time around the band. And the second from the left on the top is this, it was in 93, I think. I was with you guys and we went to East Germany, and I'm looking at the pass. It's like Biohazard Corner. Right. It was like this real weird, crazy, I remember. And the wall was still up, right? And we got in there and played.
We went through the busted wall, man. The wall just came down.
That show was like the last show of like 45 shows. We went the next day, but I remember that show. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember we were in this weird part of East Germany. Where was
Chemnitz.
No, Tiefenort. It says it. Tiefenort, Germany. And I remember Danny, we were like, yo, that dude was down with the program. That dude was down with the program. There was all these there was a lot of people that were down with the program back in the day. Yeah, there was a lot of sketchiness there. You know what's another one that's on there, Bobby? Remember Biohazard and Bad Religion in Argentina?
Oh yeah, how could I forget that? That was back when they used to spit on the band.
Oh,
and it was raining fucking spit on me, bro. I was covered in spit.
Oh.
I had fucking spit hanging off my guitar neck. Wait, there's my hand. Hanging, gooping down.
I remember, bro.
And I'm playing a slimy guitar neck because it was raining fucking spit, but it was a punk rock respect thing. It was all like this fucking snot spit raining fucking, and I'm playing.
I remember
it's getting in my fucking mouth, in my eyes.
But I remember you going to the mic. I remember you going to the mic and trying to explain to them, yo, where we come from, it's a sign of disrespect.
Yeah, don't spit, man. It was raining. It was like the whole audience spitting at the same time. It was crazy.
It was so friggin' disgusting, man.
Yeah, but every time we went back there after that, it never happened again. I don't remember what happened.
I think Madball went over there and they did the same thing, and they ended up beating the shit out of the whole audience.
I'm telling you. It got on my fucking nerves, bro. It was crazy. I was covered.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see. And what else you got? Yeah, listen, Thomas. We got a lot of great stories on the show today. This is
you got a lot of questions here on the side here, Drew. Come on. What? Get to some of these here.
Let me see. Yeah, is that the tour where Freddie Madball punched the kid in the face for spitting on him? Probably. I'm looking. If you see anything in particular, Danny, I'm trying to make my way through it. If you see something, Danny, I'm trying to yeah, let's get past I saw Biohazard this time and a fight broke out. You think?
Okay.
Let's try to get past. Hey, let's deal with some of the. Let's deal with this. Let's deal with this. Let's just throw this. Let's pull the pin out of this grenade. A lot of people are asking reunion with Evan when. Let me rephrase that. What's happening with Biohazard? Is there any chance we're going to see some Biohazard play in the future? Danny, you take the first crack at that.
Well, I think we all want to do it. You know, we've talked about it. Like 3 of us have talked about it. But you know, we just don't know how to do it yet. You know what I mean? That's really as far as it's gone. You know,
100%.
Nobody's doing anything right now anyway with all this COVID stuff. Bands are canceling shows like crazy right now anyway. So, but I mean, of course, you know, given the opportunity to do it with all the original guys, our friends, you know, everybody, I would do it in a heartbeat, of course.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Biohazard has been so impactful and important to my life.
I think,
you know, it's a big part of my life, of course.
I think that the easiest thing would be the music. All we got to do is get in a room.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no thinking about it. Just get in the fucking room, plug in, and it happens. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of, like Danny said, how the fuck do we get in a room?
Listen, now that I'm managing the band, I am confident. I am confident that we are going to make this happen.
Well,
I'll tell you what.
Hey, you know what?
Down 100%. Get us in a fucking room, and we'll give you a fucking Biohazard record.
Listen, you know me, bro. I don't want money. I don't like money.
No.
I'm in it. I'm in it for other things.
Well, that's cool. We'll do it. Tell everybody we'll do it.
Yeah, you know, I do want to say that the last time that I saw Biohazard, you guys were great, and Evan wasn't in the band. At that point, Scott Roberts was being the Evan guy, and boy, you guys played the Black and Blue Bowl, and you fucking guys, and like, listen, going in, I have my doubts, you know, like really, but I mean, it was really good, man.
Yo, you know why it was good? Because Brooklyn brought it.
Yeah.
It could have went either way with us.
Yeah.
The fucking crowd did it. To tell you the truth, the crowd brought it. We knew right away within the first song, this is going to be a great show because of the crowd. We just knew it. So that was a great show. It was an honor to play that show. Fucking, you know, it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was pretty chaotic. It was nice, man. It was just a really good. It felt so good to hit home like that again.
You guys are really good with Billy in the center of the stage. I gotta say, man.
Yeah, and Scott did amazing. He's great, man. Scott's fucking rocked it. You know,
Scott had a hard job because there's no replacing Evan. You know, that's a tough guy to replace. But Scott did a great job.
He did a fucking amazing job. He did a great job for us and for him, and you know, all of us together. We made it work. You know.
Hold on, let me text this guy. Come on.
Who are you texting?
I'm not going to tell you. So let me think. Oh, Manu says I really think Biohazard was even better with Scott.
Oh. Yeah.
Hey, that's legit, man.
We had a whole different energy with Scott. You know.
Yep.
There was a whole nother thing, you know. Billy was in the middle of the stage and Scott was on his end, and fucking we were just trading chemistry and energy in a different way than the other lineup. And you know, it was still cool because it was still the same music, but it was a different vibe, you know. It was just, and it worked. You know, a lot of people liked it. You know, it's great, man. I'm glad. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let me
who are you texting?
I don't want to tell you. I'm trying to get him on. Don't blow my shit up. Where is he? Hold on. I gotta send this to myself. What the fuck? Hold on. Let's ask another question, then I'll deal with. Let me see what else. Wait, whoa. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this is legit. This is from our resident historian. Whose idea was it to add the 1989 Dolph Lundgren, The Punisher intro and outro to the Punishment track?
Evan.
Yeah. 100% Evan. Evan always loved the Punisher, and he that was his whole thing. He had it on.
He had the T-shirt.
Yeah. He had the shirt. Yeah, and it was Evan. Evan was like, "Yo, we got to get the thing for the Punisher. That thing that he says, put it on the song." Yeah, 100% Evan.
Yeah, it fit. You know.
Yeah, perfect.
He ran it by us. We were like, fuck yeah, because that's kind of goes with the song. Like, you know, it just worked. You know what I mean? That was back when you could do samples and shit on your records.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we were experimenting with stuff. You know what I mean? I don't think you can get away with that no more, but whatever. That's how we made our record.
Felipe
Evan had a lot of big idea, like visionary kind of ideas with the band. He really always did. Like he was really good at, like, you know, the minutia. No, not so much. But like the big picture shit, that was his thing. You know, he was great with stuff like that. And that iconic intro to that song was all his idea. Absolutely.
You know what? Since we're here, I want to give Evan Seinfeld some props, because he's one guy that I saw that could just casually stroll on stage. He would be talking to me and bullshitting and ha 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 ha, and we'd be rolling dice and blah 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 blah. And he would turn around, someone would put the bass on him, and he would walk out at Donington like without it and fucking rock the house, man. And it was really impressive. You know, he would just get up there, and he was great. He was great on stage, and he was great. It's a shame that, you know, he lost his way with it. He just, you know.
The thing about all of us is that these, like, we're talking about urban discipline mainly here, you know what I mean? But it was all four of us.
Yeah.
Completely being creative and writing everything together.
Yeah.
And bouncing ideas and arguing or whatever off each other to make whatever it is. You know, so every one of us had the same important value as everybody else. Everybody brought something to the table, you know what I mean? And we let each of us fucking blow our brains out doing it, like express ourselves to the fullest until we got it all out of each other's systems. So everybody had their full say, you know what I mean? So they could, I mean, the Biohazard again without Evan, is it Biohazard? You know what I mean? Biohazard with Scott, to me, it was still Biohazard, but
I think so.
It was a different band, different lineup. But we're talking about urban discipline and recreating that, and us going in and making another urban discipline. I think that's got to be the four of us.
Yeah, there's only the four guys could do that.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's very poignant. Hey, a friend of ours wants to say hello. My brother Evan B. Stone. What's up?
Yo.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I got this.
What's that? What is it?
I got something.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Billy with the Stone Brothers.
Yeah.
Look at that hair, guys.
Look at the hair.
They call me Zayas, right?
Look at the hair on that guy.
How you doing, man?
Bobby, good to see you, man.
Good to see you. Long time.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey, let's jump in with this right here. Being that we have the he was one of the cameramen or cinematographers.
No, I was the DP on it.
The DP on Shades of Grey. What do you remember about this, bro?
Yeah, that is, well, I remember that guy on the right. He was like he built
a flamethrower.
Yeah.
And it was that easy. It's like, oh, you just do this and that.
Yo, we had like,
yeah, you can see it. Look at it out there. He's like, only thing you need to know is the pointy end, don't point at someone. You know?
The business end goes that way.
Yeah.
That's it.
That video was, you know,
that thing shot like fucking 12 feet, right?
It had no purpose. We're like, we need fire, you know?
Like this video needs fire.
Yeah.
You see the flames outside the window there?
Yeah, that was cool. You know, that might be, look at that subway. I know it's a prop. We went somewhere to film.
Yeah, no, that was done at Randall's Island where the fire department trains.
That's right.
Remember we went out there?
Very good, Bobby. Very good. It was the fireman train. The stuff in the subway for those. They
had a subway car there.
For those video buffs out there might be wondering where we shot that thing. There was a fireman training center in Randall's Island.
Right.
And they had buildings that they could, light on fire, and they had a subway car that they practiced rescuing people from.
Right.
And this was the subway car that they would practice rescuing
Yeah,
people.
graffiti and everything. It was a real subway car that just dropped in the middle of the island, and they do their tests.
Yeah,
and that's why we were allowed to play with flamethrowers and shit.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. It was that video was great. I remember we did the live portion of it at where it was some venue, Academy, and it was nuts. It was one of those like, man, I remember I was filming like down. It was just like a mash pit and nuts, and then I was on stage, and it was banana. It was just like it was in the video.
There you go. There's a shot of me with the flamethrower.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think in that video we really captured the essence of you guys at the time, which was, this raw, like successful, but like not even keeping it real. You guys were. It was just the way it was. Hey, God, be right there.
The way you shot it was really grainy and shit, and like kind of dark. That was kind of fitting. You know what? It didn't look polished.
Yeah, and speaking to Paris, the director, Paris Mayhew, he says it's his best video he's done. And if I ever do talk to him, he's always like that one because it really captured who you guys are. And isn't that what a video is supposed to be? Yeah, look at that scene.
Absolutely.
And there in this video, looking at it, you see Paris Mayhew on the left holding the Steadicam rig. You see Rat Bones on top.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You see me towards the right in front of Bobby and Evan. I'm actually shooting, which is very rare.
And there's Minus just walking across the stage like, get the fuck out of my way.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good.
See the top of Dominic's head back there.
Yeah, Dominic was there. There's all kinds of that.
It was, I tell you, we're talking early 90s here. This was a great time for, I think, for hard rock, for music, for you guys especially. And for a young filmmaker like myself that, now it's real kind of, wouldn't say easy to be a filmmaker, but it's a lot more opportunities. Back in the day, you had to be a music video director. That's right. Look at that.
That was upstairs during the show, I think. Right, Danny? This was shot like.
That was the Academy.
Yeah, that was the Academy. Yep.
Yeah, these guys. It was a magical time for music, I think, in hard rock, and you guys were, really a part of history as far as doing that crossover thing and just keeping it real. I mean, it was, everyone knew it, and that's why you really had that big fan base, and I appreciate you guys, helping me out in my career, at the time. I still think of those days as like the glory days, even though
I call it the golden age. The golden age of music videos,
Yeah, if it wasn't for you guys, like I said before, we had no vision for video at all. You know what I mean? You guys all stepped in and helped capture that. We just did what you told us to do and made the video.
Yeah.
We didn't know what the hell we were getting into until after we saw the fucking production, and we were like, "Holy shit!"
Well, you guys are loyal. You guys are real loyal.
Lucky to have a lot of good people take us under their wings and like work with us, like you guys and Paris, and in terms of the videos, I mean, we lucked out. We lucked out. Somebody on here is asking if we had permits. We didn't have permits for anything.
Where do you see that? Why don't you see that?
Stuff,
Where do you see the permit question?
There was a question. Somebody asked if we needed a permit. Of course, we needed a permit.
How come I'm not seeing it?
I don't know. It was when we were talking about the fire extinguishers before.
Oh, yeah. No, we never had
we-
permits for nothing. The Brooklyn Bridge, the fire extinguisher.
No, we just
fire.
and we were lucky. We got lucky. We got lucky with working with you guys. We got lucky not getting arrested on the friggin' Brooklyn Bridge. I mean, we were lucky. Those were different times. You could do that stuff then.
That was fun.
Oh, this permit for the flamethrower? Is that what you're talking about, Danny?
Yeah, of course you need a permit for the flamethrower.
No, what you do is we hired a pyrotech guy.
That's right.
That's what he does, and he's the guy in the Shades of Grey video. The barrel that they're standing in front of, it has fire in it. He had he could dial it up or dial it down, And,
hey guys, I have to leave. I have a kids thing to do. Hey guys, I just wanted to say, I love seeing Bobby. I like what I'm seeing. I like you guys, Danny. It's I don't know, man. I'm inspired right now. You guys are, I want to see what's coming soon on your personal projects. Yeah, man. I want to get back into connecting with you guys. Genuinely awesome people, and we did it. We were there. I'm fucking.
I love you, bro.
I love you too.
We're
Love
still
it.
here.
Talk to you later.
We're still here.
All right.
Take it easy. Wow.
How is it that my younger brother now looks like he looks we look like the same guy now? How did that happen? My fucking little brother, you know? Very strange.
We're all lucky to be here, bro.
Hey, here's one from my collection in my handwriting, bro. In my handwriting. The Biohazard video, Tales from the Hard Side. This is I have this in my collection here in the archives. This is the video. This is the flyer that I made and Xeroxed up.
Yeah.
Do you remember this, Bobby?
I know the photo. Yeah, that was me and Billy sitting in the back of a garbage truck at Utica Park in Brooklyn. right where the garbage goes in.
And what was that for? Was that for Guitar Player?
And we smelled like that the rest of the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? What'd you say?
Was that for Guitar Player?
Yeah. They came down and shot us.
Guitar World. Thomas got
Something like that. They wanted to come down and shoot us where we hung out at the park. Yeah. So basically that's where we just hung out in the garbage truck.
Yep.
It's kind of normal, but
whatever. That was a good one. Let's see. Let's do one or more. Let's do one or two more because we're almost about to hit 3 hours, and it's been great. It's been a lot of fun. Let's see what else. Yeah, Utica. So a big shout out to Utica Avenue. Right.
Of course.
Let me see what else. Here, Paulie Porkchop says, I remember the very first take of the Punishment video shoot in the warehouse. When someone yelled cut, we all just stopped and looked around and busted out laughing.
What's up?
It was weird, right? All of a sudden it was stop. Now get crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that was crazy. That was a long day, man. That was a long 2 days making those videos.
You know what? You just reminded me. I have that Biohazard. Yeah, Bobby reminded. Hold on. Biohazard graffiti, right? Biohazard graffiti. Here it is. I forgot. I came across this on a graffiti page, and I was like, what? Get a load of this. This is from the Punishment video. It's in it for like one shot, right? Look at that.
Yeah, that's down in Brooklyn Navy Yard.
Is it the Brooklyn Navy Yard? I don't think that.
No, that was by North 6th Street over
Yeah,
there.
it's North 6th Street. Yes, it's
Wait a
that
minute. Where was the shot from the Brooklyn Navy Yard?
Not far from the Navy Yard, but that was right there on North 6th Street.
Okay, right. All right.
Paris and I shot 5 videos there. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. I was involved with 5 videos there. Biohazard Punishment, Monster Voodoo Machine, Bastard Is, the youngsters with Fat Joe, Wild Child, and wow. I shot the Madball video. I directed the Madball video, Pride. We did there, so I ended up shooting fucking tons of videos over there. You know?
Yeah, that's a good spot. It was.
Yeah,
a good spot.
yeah.
Steve,
what is it? 30-something years ago, man.
Yeah, Steve Malibu. What's up, Steve? Northside Kent Avenue. You are correct.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, it's hipster heaven now.
Yeah, of course.
Oh no, really?
Oh, it's unrecognizable, bro. You wouldn't even if we plopped you down right there, Bobby, and say take a guess where you are, you'd never guess.
Yeah, I wouldn't fit in.
Yeah. Isaac's tag was up there. Yeah. Jacob says it's 2 minutes to midnight in Denmark. I got to go to bed. I hope to see you guys on stage together again. Love you all. Peace out.
Thank you.
Go to sleep, bro. Get
We'll
some
be
sleep,
back.
okay? In Denmark. It's
We'll be
okay.
back.
When you wake up in the morning, we'll still be here. Let me see. Okay. This is a good one. What is Danny's favorite Biohazard song to play on guitar?
My favorite Biohazard song to play? I don't know.
This better be a good answer.
I don't have the right answer. I don't think. I have no idea. I don't know.
I mean, didn't you write?
Shades of Grey?
Yeah.
My favorite song to play on drums is.
What?
Did you write the Shades of Grey riff? Is it your riff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your riff.
That's all I can do. I just do that.
That was the intro for Urban Discipline.
Yeah, I can only do that.
I remember when me and you were in the studio and you did exactly that. You're like, no, play it like this, and you were like, yeah, I got it. You know, you showed me how to play that. That was totally.
Is that right? Is that right?
Still, it's the only beat I can play by.
Hey, Bobby, here's a tech question. What did you use to boost your JCM 800 back in the day? And I know it's been a little while, but what amps are you using now?
Yeah, it's been a while. Back in the day when I was on the Marshalls and the stuff that was less distorted, you use an overdrive pedal. You know what I mean? Like a whatever distortion pedal, overdrive. And you just try to dial it in to get that crunch. You know what I'm saying? Because the amps sounded great, but they weren't all the way what we wanted. So you had to add something. So, you know, you add what people do. You know, you add a tube screamer or overdrive in some way just to push it past the point of breakup. But then I got into the rectifiers when Mesa Boogie first put out those triple rectifiers, man. The 2-channel ones, the original. I still got those.
I remember that. I remember you had one of the
there's
ones, right?
There's a sweet spot, but once you go past it, it's like too much. It just has way too much gain on its own. But with amps like that, you don't need pedals anymore. You know what I mean? So then after that came all the boutique amps, you know. So renting amps on tour, which we do a lot, I'd rent like all kinds of stuff, man. Anything with like high gain power that you didn't need anything to push them. But back in the day, like the Marshalls, which I still think is the greatest sound ever, is like a nice JCM 800 with a tube screamer in front of it, just pushing a little bit. Just that's it. It just sounds good, you know. It sounds great.
I tell you, the high gain was real on the stage. From Bobby's side. I'm deaf in this ear. I can't hear out of this one ear too well.
Yeah, my ear. Oh,
it's because I spent 25 years getting blasted with Bobby Hamble's guitar on the side of my face. And, you know, I'm good with it. It's fine. It's a pleasure. There's no better way to lose your hearing. But the game is real. It's all good.
Oh, yeah. Deluxe was on the right of me, and his snare drum gave my tinnitus a different pitch in the right ear than the left. So I was dealing with like going through my brain. I thought I had Tourette's. I was going fucking nuts.
Biohazard as a whole has now made me totally deaf. All those years, so it's in both ears. I can't hear shit.
That's the thing. I could never wear earplugs either, man. I wear them for like 2 songs and they're gone. I throw them out.
I wear hearing aids.
I went deaf with the earplugs. All right, that's how loud it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have overdid it with the lounge.
Okay.
Here's Adam Cram says, any stories of Biohazard playing QE2, bogeys, or winners upstate New York? Guys, you were loved there. Love you guys. Peace. Yo,
Saratoga.
Saratoga winners, bro.
Yeah, remember that guy Salam?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, good people.
That was we always ended up playing there like on a Sunday matinee. Yeah. It was like a Sunday afternoon. But I used to love driving up there because it was like a peaceful drive to get out of the city to go upstate. You know, it was always so quiet up there. And I remember that place was like in the middle of nowhere, and we were always like, "There ain't gonna be nobody here." And then by the time they would open up the doors, it would be packed.
Great shows.
That was
remember that other place in the Midwest? That other place, what was it called? The Outhouse or something?
Oh yeah, that was in Kansas.
That fucking place, man.
Yo, that was a concrete building in the middle of like a cornfield.
Lawrence, Kansas.
Yeah. With like one light bulb hanging outside, and
what a genius! Let's build a fucking concrete cinder block shit house in the middle of nowhere in the corner, and we'll call it the Outhouse.
And put on hardcore shows with no security, no nothing. I mean, anything happened, you were fucked.
It was like something out of fucking Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, bro.
Like basically, they could kill somebody, hang them upside down, and cook them outside all night before anybody would even know. Like it was fucking, you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that place, man. That place was.
It was fun. Great shows.
Yeah,
a lot of places in the Midwest. Any tours? Favorite tour? I know there's not a favorite tour, but look, anything like I mean, you guys. I mean, and this is in my notes. You know, my notes went out the window a long time ago. You know, with the show, and we just went freestyle.
Yo, right off the bat, fucking Pantera. And Dimebag, come on, you know, rest in peace.
And Vinny, yeah.
Those guys treated us amazing when they brought us out. They were on top of the world at the time, and they brought us up. And you know, it was our first real introduction to like arena rock in America. You know, playing arenas. And, you know, we were out there with Sepultura, who we love and we're all friends with. And it was just like a big family tour. And those guys really showed the world how to be fucking rock bands, man. They just wanted to be, they just did it. You know, they did the whole arena rock thing, man. They just did it, man. And it was so good to us, you know. And they gave us that chance, you know, to get on that stage with them.
Well, I got this hanging behind
And Slayer
me.
too. Slayer.
There it is.
Yeah.
Slayer, Biohazard, Machine Head, signed by everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And hold on, I gotta grab this.
I got a few of those. I got one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, playing with Slayer.
Laminate. I have the laminate from that tour. Slayer, Biohazard, the Divine Alcoholics tour.
No, Slayer was fucking great because, like, you know, being Slayer fans,
yeah,
all we had to do was play, and we got to watch Slayer every night, you know. So it was fucking cool, man.
That's what we did. We watched Slayer
Every night, man. We just like fucking.
I would go right by Jeff Hanneman's side of the stage and just hear his amp.
Yeah.
Blown away every night.
You know the guy, rest in peace, Jeff, man. Fucking.
Those
guys helped us out in the back in the day, man. You know, Jeff was amazing.
Yeah.
Please ask Danny about Birch Hill, now a 55+ community not far from where he lives.
Oh,
saw
shit.
Biohazard there, reaching age of moving there for me. I mean, Birch Hill, man. Come on.
Yeah, the Birch Hill was fun. We did a lot of shows there. That was a great spot. Yeah, it's
Speaking
literally
of Slayer, I saw Slayer. Didn't we go see Slayer in Birch Hill?
everybody, Slayer, Slipknot, everybody played there.
Oh, yeah, right.
Years. But yeah, it's 5 minutes from where I live now. Huh?
I think I saw Anthrax there. No?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 minutes away from my house. Yeah, it's they tore the club down, and now it's a 55 and over luxury condo community or something. I don't know.
You guys used to pack that. You guys used to pack that place, and that place was gnarly. It was like there was always fights spilling out into the parking lot. That place was like an all-night brawl.
That was a great spot, man.
It was great.
I miss those old clubs. I wish it. You know, it seems like there's no place for bands to play anymore. You know, it's just like
we got to change that, man. You know,
hey,
you got the platform here. You got to start like lighting up these clubs again.
I did, bro. I resurrected the A7, man, and we've been doing. You know,
yeah, I heard. That's good.
We've been doing shit, man. You know, I'm on it. I'm managing Biohazard now, bro. I'm busy. You know, I got to call Hollywood after this and get that guy on board. You know.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, New Jersey bouncers were brutal. Yeah, those guys that used to work at Birch Hill, man. Oh.
Yeah, no shit. I know.
Listen, I think the Lamour's bouncers were worse, if you ask me.
Oh yeah, they used to open
but they were friends.
people's heads.
Yeah, right.
So it was different, you know.
Yeah.
Do you remember the time I got into it with that main bouncer dude at Lamour's and the one.
Sal?
I think someone reminded me of it recently, and it was a whole fucking thing, man.
Joe? Not Joe.
Not Big Joe. No, not Joe.
It wasn't Big Sal because you didn't get into it with Big Sal.
No.
Just hit people. There was no
discussion. No, I don't remember. I don't think it was Sal.
Dino at the door.
Nah. It was like one of those things where like we started going in and like then everyone had to get. It was like a whole thing, man. You know, and like
that was the whole thing. But if it wasn't for George and Mike and everybody at Lamour's, there'd be no us.
Right.
You gotta say that. And like I said, Lamour's, like Danny said, Lamour's.
Ask Bobby. 5 blocks to the subway came from a poem by Bobby's father,
yes.
according to the Urban Discipline liner notes. Can he explain?
Yeah, thank you very much. My father's gone, rest in peace. My dad was construction guy, you know, steam fitter, local 638, and going from Brooklyn to Manhattan every day on a subway, every morning, you know. And he used to write poems and shit. He used to always write, constantly writing lyrics and poems all the time. And just, you know, one day I came home and there was a pile of fucking papers on the table with a bunch of his stuff. And I was looking at it, and it said 5 blocks to the subway. And it just, you know, read out this poem. And it kind of caught me. So I brought it into the band, and I was like, yo, my old man was writing this, man. You know, what do you think it is? And Billy, I remember Billy was like, yo, we can make that a song. So we all kind of looked at it, and I remember we all said, all right, to put it to our rhythm and put it to our music, we're going to have to like add a little couple of verse here and there, you know, whatever. So, but it's based off of his poem, but then we added a couple lyrics to it, you know. But
I remember
I'm so glad we did that now, you know.
I remember, Bob, you bought the handwritten poem that your father wrote. You brought to the studio. It was in his handwriting. And we used to
write on paper bags and whatever.
It was like written on a scrap piece of paper. I remember bringing it in, and we were sitting there looking at it, and we already had the song written. There were no lyrics. And it was Billy, you and Billy were like, yo, why don't we take that song and we'll put it to the, you know, and Evan and everybody, we just kind of put it together. But yeah, I remember you brought in those handwritten lyrics from your dad, and we were just blown away by how fucking great those lyrics were, the poem that your father wrote.
And the fact that we busted out all this music around it, made a song, you know, that was cool.
MTRAP.
One of the things I'm glad I did.
Absolutely. MTRAPDFL. How did the intro to Failed Territory come together and then become the band's intro before shows? DFL.
That's my brother-in-law.
Oh,
Matt.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's Matt. How did the intro to Failed Territory come together?
I bought that guitar when we were in Argentina.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That nylon guitar.
Sure.
Yeah. So
I have footage. I have footage you in Argentina playing with those Indian dudes.
Oh, yeah.
I have that footage, yeah.
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead.
cool. Getting all worldly, man, absorbing it all, you know. It's amazing. Great experiences.
Yeah.
But I remember getting that guitar, and then I started really getting into just finding all these melodies on it. You know, it was so different than electric guitar. So I was just finding all these different melodies, and then I started coming up with this arrangement, and I brought it to Danny, and I showed Danny, and he, you know, helped me rhythm it out. And then once I basically had the arrangement down, it was a matter of Billy, who already knew how to play piano.
Yeah.
So I just showed Billy the chords, and Billy's like, all right, I got this. And he started going. Next thing you know, we were recording the record, and Ed Stasium was like, you know, let's produce this. You know, he heard it. So then we brought in fucking big drums and stuff, right, Danny? Timpani drums. And
yeah, well,
you know, and try to like bring it into a more of an orchestrated thing. And we were like, you know, we're Biohazard. We're not supposed to do this, but that's why we should do it, because we're supposed to.
Yeah.
So
we built this song along in the studio. We just kept adding to it, and just it became this like big epic musical piece. And then, you know, I don't know whose idea it was, but we were going out on a tour that year, and it was like, yo, we got to come up with some new intro shit. You know, we had used, you know, the Shaft thing. We
had from Shaft.
The Lamour all the time. We had used, you know, all that stuff. And it was like, I don't know who said it, but somebody was like, yo, let's use Failed Territory. Use that for the intro. I thought it was perfect, you know.
Yeah. Well,
hey, I want to play a little clip, and then let's say our goodbyes. But I have this clip standing by. Let's take a peek at this. It's the song that Biohazard, you know, always finishes with. Let's take a peek at this, and then.
Got no idea where that was from, but I just saw Big Tiny on that stage, bro.
Yeah.
That was Tiny. Did you see him?
Of course, bro.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, man. You know what? It's interesting because as soon as I put it up, somebody said Hamburg was always a blast.
Was that Hamburg?
Yo, that's the docks in Hamburg.
Oh shit!
Remember that? The place? That place.
Oh, yeah.
That place always went off the docks.
Oh man, we played there on Vinny Stigma's birthday with Agnostic Funk. Remember?
Yeah. Yep.
And we also played Vinny Stigma's birthday at Élysée Montmartre in Paris.
Yeah.
What?
What? That
Yeah.
club's gone. That club's over.
Is it really?
Yeah, burnt down.
Really?
Yep, burnt down. Fucking done.
No shit.
All gone. All the clubs.
That was a good clip right there. That's some good energy right there. That was
Oh man, you know it's interesting because as you know, I just rediscovered all these tapes, and I haven't transferred all of them, but it's interesting the stuff that I found. Some stuff that I might have looked at once and went whatever. I look at now and I'm like, fuck, this is amazing. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Oh, it's a super chat. I worked with Biohazard on their first show of their 2014 tour in Brazil. The band said they wanted to hire me for the entire next tour. Now that you are the manager, Drew, can I be the tour manager? Listen, I think so. And since I like how you're bringing it, Gustavo. And we're looking forward to coming back to Brazil and all of South America. So, yes, you are now the tour manager.
Put it together, Drew. Just do it. Put it together. Tell us where to show up. Get us the plane tickets, man.
Yeah.
So, yep. There
I'm
you
too
go.
tired to put that crap together, Drew. Dad, I'll show up.
No, but yo, not for nothing, man. Seeing that footage of like the band live and stuff, like it was so normal. Just plug in and be really loud every day, and like now that's not happening, and it sucks.
Yeah,
it really sucks.
Yeah,
I would just love to play for those people one more time, bro.
You guys were allowed band.
Yeah.
But I have faith in you guys, and I love you guys very much, and I think that it's out there, man. The energy, that the love is out there, and the positive energy is out there, and we just gotta shake some sense into a couple people. That's all.
I'm with you, man. That's cool.
Is there anybody you want to shout out, Danny, on the shout out Sunday? Anybody?
There's so many people. I'm just reading these comments on the side here, and it's amazing, to see. I mean, a lot of people I know too, making comments and stuff. It's just great, man. It was always a privilege to be in the band. Always a privilege to do the shows, and it's always an honor to be a part of this whole thing. And like I said before, it means a lot to our lives. You know what I mean? It's like a day doesn't go by in my life now, and we haven't done a show in 6 years. A day doesn't go by that Biohazard doesn't come up in some way, shape, or form in my life. And I live a life totally separate from music and everything else these days. Always an honor. It was an honor to do it for all those years, and it would be an honor to do it again for sure. So yeah, just shout out to the people who consider themselves fans of the band. I'm a fan of all these bands too.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to all the fans, man, keeping it alive, man. That's what we got to do is keep music alive, especially in this world right now. We need music, we need shows. I've been to a couple of shows recently, and it's a nice reminder of the freedom we used to have. We can't forget that. Very important, but I don't want to get political.
You guys inspired a lot of people, man. Bobby, what do you got?
Follow up with what Danny said. Everybody out there that's listening, everybody that was there back in the day, that helped us, that supported us, gave us a reason to keep going. We hit our ups and downs. Feel like we let people down at times, and we try to make up for it. It's a back and forth thing. Hopefully, play again for everybody. But I just want to say what's up to a couple of guys, a couple of bands. Sworn Enemy, first of all. It's up to them guys. And Tony Bones and the guys from Lunarside out in Long Island. Good people out there, good band. Check them out. And I just want to say what's up to my girl Sibel. And she knows what it means.
Right on. Hey, I want to thank you guys for coming on the show. Honestly, man, I've said it before. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for you guys. You guys put me on back in the day, man. You really did, and I'll never forget that.
It was both ways, Drew, because without you and your vision with Paris and the videos, where the fuck would we be? You know what I mean? So it went both ways. We made history together. Thank you. And thank everybody for, going along with the journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
We ain't done yet. So
I'll talk to you
soon. Us on, bro. Thank you. And good luck with the show.
It was great, man. It was great, and I was really excited. And it was everything I hoped it would be, man. It was really great. We even got Billy on. Go figure, Yeah. So yeah, let's be in touch, Bobby. I'll give you a call. I'm going to be down in Florida pretty soon.
Anytime, brother. Let me know.
Danny, I'll see you soon. All right.
All right, fellas. Love you.
I'll see you. Love you guys. Take
Respect.
care. Well, there you go. Wow. Damn. Pow. When it's good, it's really good. 150 shows in. Goddamn fucking right. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, and we are sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, The Organic Grill, the Texas Silver Rush, Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards, DTFM Vinyl Distro, Chacho's Tacos, and Generation Records. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. We had a nice, big, healthy audience today. Yes, it was an awesome show. Max the Threat, yes, thank you all. Paul Stone, yeah, shout out to Crack, the whole big. Oh, you know what? I'm shouting you out, Denise. Denise is my latest patron. Thank you so much. All you other bums out there, get with the program. There it is. Come on, support the show. Show needs your support. Please support the show so I can keep doing this. You inspire me. Tony Ann, Brooklyn represent. What's up? Hope you enjoyed it. Denise, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Am I late? Yeah, about fucking 3.5 hours, bro. Yeah. Scott Earth, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Silence Equals Death represent. New Jersey Hardcore. Yes, it was a great show. When we're good, we're really good. What else? God, everybody, you watched it all. Andrea Katz watched it all. Andrea Katz took those great shots of Biohazard and Sick of It All at Sundance, right, Andrea? That was Larry the Hunter, you know what's up. Kings Never Die represent, everybody. Don't forget, just real quick, coming up on Wednesday, Joel Ghostin is on the show. So, hey, the train keeps rolling here, man. The Drew Stone Circus keeps rolling. The show gave you chills. That's cool. The show gave me chills too, man. Like I said, man, when it's good, when it's clicking, man, I'm a really fortunate person. I'm doing something that I love doing, and that I'm getting better at, and people support me doing it. So, I really. Oh yeah, right. Your birthday bash. It's Rap Bones' birthday. Rap Bones'. What's the plural of Rap Bones? Is it Rap Bones or Rap Bones'? Where's Rap Bones? Where's Rap Bones' birthday bash? Hold on, I got a flyer for that somewhere. Here it is. Here it is, everybody. The Rat Bones' birthday bash is at the Bowery Electric, where we have moved from A7 on Sunday, September 12th, and it is free. All our shows there are free. So come on now. It's the Rat Bones' birthday bash. Fang, Antidote NYHC. Oh, the drama. God. Unbelievable. The Last Stand, the Ice Cold Killers, Ionis with Beto, formerly of 25 to Life and Madball, and nothing but enemies. That's happening, you know. Yes, always a great show, Drew. Respect. That's right. You fucking rule, Drew. You always bring it. Respect. Well, thank you. I try. I work hard on this show, man. I had Mucky. Who said Mucky Pup needs to be on the show? Chris Mills he's been on the show already. Come on. Get up to date. It keeps a lot of us former New Yorkers connected. Oh, you know what I want to mention? You know what? I wanted to mention this. I didn't put it in my notes. I think that what we're going to do with this show is I'm going to start doing something called the New York Hardcore Chronicles side trips, where I think on Wednesdays, when we do the Ever Other Wednesday show, we're going to start talking to people outside of hardcore. I want to mix it up a little bit after 150 hardcore shows. We're going to do hardcore shows every Sunday, but every other Wednesday, I think I want to talk to other people outside of the hardcore genre, musicians, writers, actors. Let's mix it up. So we're gonna start getting that happening. Let's hear some other people and some other music. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, man. You know, we'll do Sundays will be hard. Sunday matinees will be hardcore, and like Wednesdays, I want to talk to like, you know, some other people. Some guy, just all kinds of other people, man. I want to get out and do some different stuff. I want to fly. I want to be free. I want to be free. Yeah, man. You know, I want to talk to like the dude in Journey. Right? I used to hate Journey, but like I'm okay with Journey now. Like, let's get Billy Joel on the show, right? Or Phil Collins. Now, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to mix it up a little bit. I get some different people, man. Evel Knievel? Evel Knievel's dead. I don't think we can get him on the show. Evel Knievel's shot, you know? Well, New York themed. We'll see. Let's mix it up. Listen, one thing I know is that my people out there, my Patreon people, my supporters, you know, I know that you guys will hang with me, you know? So, yes, Greg Rollet was in Journey. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. And we could probably get him on. And, like, let's get him on, that dude that played in Santana at Woodstock. You know? Roddy McDowell? Roddy McDowell's dead, bro. Isn't Roddy McDowell dead? Right? Curtis Sliwa. You think? I'd love to get Curtis Sliwa on this show. You know? How about Rick to Life? Yeah, right. I'd get Rick to Life on the show, but it would last 5 minutes. You know? Rod Stewart would rule. You never know. Look, we got Moby. We've gotten a lot of people on the show. You know? Fred Durst, that would be cool. I'll talk to anybody. You know? Listen, you know? Someone check. Is Malcolm McDowell dead? I don't know. What?
No, he's not, Drew. He's still alive. He posts up on Instagram every so often.
All right.
Actually, no one's actually mentioned this, and she is a real New Yorker. You should get her on the show.
Who?
Ronnie Spector.
Yeah.
And
people are spooked. People are a little spooked to come on the show because, you know, they sort of look at New York hardcore like, yeah. You know, like,
Drew, there is a connection.
I've had to convince a few people that like you'll be okay.
Because you know who's the connection to Ronnie, believe it or not, and you know this.
Yeah, this motherfucker's dead. He died in '98.
Malcolm McDowell? No, dude. He's on Instagram. Pepe,
Evan is in Evan Seinfeld. Let's get this clear. Evan Seinfeld's not interested in coming on the show. I've reached out to him many times. Evan Seinfeld is not interested in coming on the show. You could talk to him about it. That's that.
But yeah, getting back to Malcolm.
GBH, that would be cool.
I'm working on that too, Drew. I've been working on that.
Come on.
Ben.
Yes, Jack Flanagan, rest in peace. from the Mob was Ronnie Spector's manager.
And as they going back to Ronnie Spector really
Cindy
quick.
Lauper lives in my neighborhood back in the way. And if you by the way, and if you saw the New York Hardcore Chronicles film I directed, Cindy, where's the great? Hold on. Say something, Sid.
No, I was gonna say the connection with Ronnie Spector, Drew, that you could possibly get her on is somebody that we both work with.
Well, Daniel Ray plays with her too.
Not Daniel, you're close, but not Daniel.
Oh, Jesse.
Bing, 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 bing. There you go.
Yeah, there's me and Cindy. She lives in my neighborhood. She's in my film. Who the fuck is that guy? The Fabulous Journey of Michael Alago.
And another thing, true to
Yo, you want to hear something crazy? Yeah. So, it's interesting. Someone should bring up Eddie and the Hot Rods yesterday. I'm scouting locations because we're doing an epilogue for the Alago film, and we went to a place, and I was introduced to somebody by the name of I'm spacing out now. Just met him yesterday. He was in the band. Eddie and the Hot Rods. You know, Joey Balin. I met Joey Balin yesterday. He played guitar with York McCallum. He was in Eddie and the Hot Rods. Yep. Yes, Cindy Lauper loves you. Good-looking couple. Thank you. Looks like we're kind of a couple, right? That's me and my girl Cindy.
It's a possibility.
Billy Milano ain't coming on the show. That's just not happening. It's not happening. Billy Milano. You know what? To bring that back about Cindy Lauper and that picture, I'll tell you something, Teresa. It's one of my great moments. I lit Cindy Lauper. She looks fantastic in the film. Thank God. There was a lot of Doug Pinnick would be great. Dave Lombardo would be great.
Debbie Harry would be another one too.
Debbie Harry would be great. Yes. All right. Some good questions. It's hard, it's hard to, carnivore guys. Interesting. Someone should ask about the carnivore guys. Yes, we had Jess. Jess was on the show, as a matter of fact.
Well, getting Louis on honestly wouldn't be.
No, I've talked. Listen, I've talked to Louis Beto from Carnivore. He does not feel that he has anything to talk about and does not want to come on the show. I know it's crazy. It's crazy, but what can I, Yeah,
exactly.
Frank Serpico, good call. Yeah. Spike Cassidy's another one. Yeah, I gotta write that down. Spike Cassidy. That's a good one.
I mean, even Chuck D would be a possibility. I mean, you never know. Chuck D would be a really good guest to have on
I've been working on DMC forever now, man. Keanu Reeves would be very cool. Come on now.
And I've met
Nina
Keanu.
Caputo's been on the show already.
Keanu Reeves is a really down to earth dude. Mad
Bernie Getz. I don't know, man.
I don't know about that one. That's a bit. It's a bit much.
Lars would be cool. We had what's his name from Discharge on.
JJ.
We had JJ on.
Well, it's funny that Ashley's talking about this because, depending on what's going to be going on in the next few months, Discharge is actually doing, I believe, 3 gigs in England, and I'm going to catch a couple of them while I'm out there. And Rainey, to me, is like one of the white whales I've been trying to interview.
Ice-T.
The last 10 years.
I've been trying to get Ice-T on the show a long time. A guy like Ice-T is hard because you have to go through his management and his agent. It's really hard. It's not like yo Ice. It's like you got to go through the management and they're like, who? Hardcore what? Nah. Hey, that's a good one. Michael Francesi. Yeah.
He has his own YouTube channel.
Yeah, I watched it. It's good. It's good. Amy Moret, I wish. Amy Moret ain't coming on the show. Listen, I have a huge list that I constantly add to and go through. Like, okay, we need to book some people there's people I've been working on for a year. Listen, I reached out to Ice-T. Everything has to go through his manager. Sammy the Bull. Huh. Yeah. That'd be tough. Yep. All right. Charlie, wasn't Charlie on the show? Didn't we do a show with Charlie?
I'm not sure. I don't believe so. I mean, actually, I don't know if people would want to know. I mean, even having Googie on as like a surprise guest or something. I mean,
Arthur Googie?
Yes.
Arthur Googie, I wish I could get on the show. I don't speak to him. I'd love for the Goog to come on the show.
Because as much as, I mean, like I said, honestly, as much as he
Anthony Mio, good one.
Oh,
that's a good
but
one.
actually, no, there is. I did find out something funny though.
Biohazard is heavyweight and still undisputed.
Is that the Roadrunner Fest, Drew, from Dynamo?
That was the Roadrunner Fest. Mike Muir would be cool. Danny Elfman. Gina chimes in. Danny Elfman, of course.
Chuck Biscuits, believe it or not. No, I'm going to actually answer this.
Listen, no, hold on. We bring Waddy on, but no, I wouldn't even understand what the fuck he's saying.
But this is where on the Waddy, Drew, on the Waddy Whisperer, I could actually understand him. You'd be surprised. I actually can.
I don't understand shit Waddy says.
Well, last whereabouts of Chuck Biscuits, he's
What does this mean? Hold on. Drew, you should verify as a Brave creator so you can be tipped in BAT token during the show. Would be convenient to be able to throw a few bucks your way while watching. Bro, that's a Patreon page and that's a PayPal page. You can also do a super chat to contribute to HR just turned down the show, by the way. I was on HR for the 150th show, and his wife just turned it down.
Somebody commented about
Erie Vaughn doesn't respond.
Yeah, see, but with Chuck Biscuits, I could semi-answer. He is alive. From talking to a few people who are actually close to Chuck, he is currently residing in Seattle. No joke.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
No, just the fact that because some people are like, oh, he's in Florida, he's here, he's there. No, he's in Seattle, and he feels like
everybody's getting crazy now. Shepard Ferry, right?
Why don't we get Juan Epstein while we're
Henry
at it?
Rollins, you think? Dag nasty guys. We had Dave Smalley on. Yo, we're 150 shows into this friggin' thing, man. You know, why did HR turn you down? Asks Albert from SSD Control. You know, HR's wife manages the show with him. I just don't think he's doing these kind of shows right now. He's playing in New York next weekend. Maybe I'll go down there. You know, I wasn't going to push it. You know, HR's an old friend. You know, we'll see. We'll stay on it. You know, Andre the Giant, good one. I'm sure we could dig him up and get him on.
If we can lift him up.
Don Letts, Rat Bones.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's on my friggin' dream list. Don Letts, man.
Yet another white whale.
Yeah, white whale. I'm forever searching for the white whale. You know. What's that? Dee Verdi from Overkill, right? Jason Bittner. You know what? That's actually a very good suggestion. I'm going to write that down. Jason Bittner is a good one. That's a good one, actually. That's very good. You're good.
And even Al Baril chimed in on getting possibly CM Punk. And CM Punk does have hardcore punk rock roots. I met him a few years ago at H2O show.
Wow.
And
D. Schneider.
Loves hardcore.
D. Schneider. Yeah, I'd love to talk to D. Schneider. That would be awesome. Charlie Benante, I just reached out to again recently. I'm having a hard time getting through to him because Charlie Benante is a big, if you watch that Anthrax thing, Charlie Benante is a big fan of the movie Jaws. And I'd love to get Charlie Benante on the show and do a Jaws episode. Just that. We won't even talk about Anthrax. Fuck Anthrax. Bring him on. We'll talk about Jaws and The Thing. He's a big John Carpenter. Yeah. Hey, Mike. Yeah, I got to get Bittner on, man. I'll ask Riley for Bittner's number and I'll just call him. That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Franz from Turnstile. That's a good one.
Yeah, they recently just played a show, I believe, today. If I'm not mistaken. Somebody shared it on.
Turnstile is a great band. Love that band. Yeah, Dave, that's MDC is Dave, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm writing a lot of this down. Bob Riley's got I think Bob Riley just moved. Hopefully he has better internet in his new place, and we'll get. Yes, Rat Bones, I know. HR is playing Bowery Electric on Saturday. You know.
Yep, and the Taker playing the same night at Kingsland with Bob Riley's other band, Murderers Row.
When is that? Saturday?
This Saturday, the 28th at Kingsland.
I got to come out to Kingsland, man. I got to come out to that. Yep. Oh, Turnstiles at Irving Plaza tonight.
Yep. Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, it was tonight, actually.
Yeah.
They're doing 2 shows, actually.
At Irving Plaza?
I believe, but do not quote me on that.
Okay.
I mean, they're that big. I wouldn't be surprised they do 2 freaking shows.
You know what? Yeah, it'd be hard to get. They're a busy band, man, you know, but, you know, they're out there playing right now. What got moved to Wednesday? The Turnstile show tonight got moved to Wednesday? Is that right? I got to shout out Caden Rosario. That's Beto's son. He plays guitar in Ape and in Reaching Out. Great new young bands. Oh, all right. Caden says, yeah, they moved it. Oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll go on Wednesday. No, I could go after the show.
Yes, you can.
Hey, listen, this is about to become the longest show we've ever done.
No, I think it is, Drew.
Keith Morris, I've been talking to Keith Morris's publicist forever already. This shit's going on and on and on. It's like, come on already.
It is now 3 hours, 39 minutes, and 39 seconds.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. Yeah, here you go. Rat Bones and Lou DeBella talking collectibles for 3 hours.
No, that's going to be a 6-hour show.
How about label execs? Well, we had a Lago on. We had Mike Gitter on. We had a couple producers. We had Ed Stasium on. I don't know what other label execs we could have on. Tom Zutaut, who signed Guns N' Roses. That would be good. You know? Yep. Greg Hetson, Greg Hetson's a quiet dude, though, you know? Greg Hetson's is good. Listen, I'll tell you about John Lydon, all right? Because I'm friends with John. John's got some family stuff going on right now, and some really heavy family stuff. Believe me, Lydon's name comes up. I would have loved to have got Lydon on for the 150th show. He has some heavy family stuff going on, and it's really not appropriate to pull him onto the show. Jimmy's been on the show twice already, you know? So, you know. Yeah, Brian Slagle. That's a good one.
And
Brian
what about
Slagle?
the Turner brothers from Cockney Rejects too? I know a couple of people have been chiming in about that one.
Yep. Springer I just saw the other day, and Springer doesn't have a computer. He fucking has a flip phone, you know?
No, he actually upgraded, Drew, to an actual smartphone. I did see this with my own 2 eyes.
Springer doesn't have the patience to be on the show for 5 minutes, much less an hour and a half. He's the most ADD person I've ever met. You know, Springer couldn't last on the show for 5 friggin' minutes. Suxie Sue, you think? I don't think she even makes public. I think Suxie Sue is like out of the public eye.
Yeah, she rarely does any.
Yeah,
interviews.
I don't think she does. Anyway, all right, Sid. I want to go eat some dinner.
Alrighty, guys.
I'll talk to you later, bro. Well, thanks everybody. That was a great show. Thank you so much for supporting, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Sorry, that happened pretty abruptly. Until then, do good things, and good things will come to you. Thank you so much for supporting the show. I really mean that. Take care.